Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Wrath of the Godkin, where journalists beware the wrath of the Birdkid. Say hello to Ronnie the Bugbear Fighter, Waylon the Human Paladin, Kelkan the Furbolg Druid, Oz the Kenku Wizard, and Affinity the Tiefling Punching Bag. Our heroes are experts at getting themselves into trouble, but before they do exactly that, let's remind you viewers at home what happened previously on Wrath of the Godkin. So the party took down Mama Splorker, aka this big squid monster, on a ghost ship and acquired her corpse along with its loot. They sailed with it back to Jarek and the very next day presented it to the crowd to deceive them into thinking that the party had slaughtered a Barnacoth that had previously scared the townspeople. The town bought the ruse. Mayor Ronnie formally abdicated their mayordom, and everyone engaged in some good old-fashioned center of the city brawling. Way masqueraded as Kel and convinced everyone in the city that Barnacots had many medical qualities that he completely made up, much to Kel's chagrin. A visiting professor offered fake Kel some work as a result of this and said that he also loved to gamble if you want to get to know him better. Darius officiated the Darius of the Under Tavern officiated the wrestling tournament, during which Oz called out Thorn, the journalist that had been harassing the party with mean stories, and demanded head-to-head combat with the guy. It was a tense fight, but Oz pulled out a victory before losing a fight to Finn, so he could go chase after the journalist some more. The party discovered then that Way's sister Sapphire was a participant in the tournament and disguised herself under the pseudonym The Glimmering Jewel and had entered the tourney as well. Finn paid, basically bribing Darius so that she could fight Sapphire in the next round. Way eked out a victory against Little Kev using some acrobatic kicking, but it really was close between them. Kel beat Ali Sin after receiving some humiliation from her in the form of lies about their so-called sex life. And Ronnie beat up a farmer, but then nursed him back to health. That was part of the tournament, not a random act of abuse. So here we go. It's Summerfire 4 stats, aka Saturday at 11 a.m., the day before the seasons change. Our first season change in the campaign, which has gone on for what, 2 years now?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
At
Nice.
11 a.m., and Finn is about to get into a wrestling match, her second wrestling match with the lady of the campaign. This one formal.
Third,
though.
actually?
Oh, is it third?
Yeah. This is what she's been training for.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah.
Who is the second?
Yeah, I think it is third.
I know Astrid.
Astrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was another one.
Okay.
Did you wrestle Callista?
No. I wrestled Way
Wait,
for a brief moment. But then
Allie?
Maybe.
almost. No, I guess it is just the second.
Albert asks via chat, is it really a loss if you just run off the stage to keep chasing the journalist? Not really. So, Oz, at this point, you can choose. Would you like to have come back to be able to watch Finn's fight, or are you still barking like a dog at chasing the journalist up a tree?
Oz is currently prowling at the base of the tree, keeps glancing up at the journalist like an upset animal whose prey escaped up a tree.
Yeah, he's currently up a flagpole, I think is where we left him. But yeah, you're doing the same. Hungry bear at the bottom, waiting for the branch to snap kind of thing. The flagpole is bending under his weight a little bit. He nervously cries as Oz, suddenly feeling quite... going from owl to owlbear, gets a little bit hungry at the sight of this. Just internally, not of course a full wild shape. Don't be jealous, Cal. Okay, so back in the tourney grounds.
The hammer creaks in Ozzy's hands.
yeah, just gently patting it threateningly. I forgot to move over the new map. I'll do that next time. Let's take things from where we left off, which is to say the tournament bracket. We're currently in the semifinals. Is that what we refer to this as? Quarterfinals. So we're currently in the quarterfinals. The first match up is Affinity, our wonderful tiefling, versus Sapphire, aka the Glimmering Jewel, aka Way's sister. And we should recall to anyone at home who's trying to keep track of our characters' many various identities that this is not actually the person we know as Way's sister. It is actually Darvis Henrik's sister. So this is Sapphire Henrik, not Sapphire Kaladar. Because, spoiler alert from many sessions ago that we know this, Way has a double identity due to his magical connection with the god that lives in his head, Fabian.
It's fine. It's not important. Who needs a first identity, really?
So the way this works, for anyone who's just joining us or just checking this out, is that people who knew Darvis see Darvis, and people who know Wayland see Wayland, and so there could be some confusion there. It hasn't happened yet, but there could be. But right now, oh wait, I made some art for her with Ruthie's permission, and by I mean fucking a robot. So be mad at me, but you know, Ink is busy right now. I'm not gonna, and I don't have the money to pay her.
In your defense, I did create her in Sims first, so it's not like out of the box ChatGPT.
That's working.
It's only slightly corrupted.
Making someone in The Sims is like that scene in Ghost
only
where they
fingers
sculpt the paint.
On one hand.
I can tell you guys haven't made AI art because the 6 fingers are gone, baby. That was a 6 months ago problem. Now,
what, you're up to 7 fingers now?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
as we use more water power, we get more fingers. I don't know what I think the problem now with AI art is that Midjourney makes everyone too hot. I do think that the ChatGPT art services are legit incredible, and have gotten really good. Okay, let me pull up the picture.
Steal art like old school style.
You know, I like to participate in this new dystopia as best I can. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can drag this over here. Hey, there she is. You guys see that? Yeah, you
can. It's giving Willy Wonka.
I know.
Honestly, a lot more whimsical than I expected her to be.
Well, this is her sort of round town attire. Right now, she has just whipped off her mask to show you guys her shock of, I don't know, turquoise hair. And she's not wearing her baller magician's top hat right now.
Fortunate.
But she's staring down Finn in the center of this arena, and should have said, and it points at you threateningly in sort of a JoJo-esque pose, and is like, I knew you were gonna run away with him, but I didn't think you'd take him this far. Try to get him to fake his death, scare the family. What's wrong with you? She's gonna turn to you, Wayland. This temptress has bewitched you. She's saying it in an overly theatrical manner, as if, you know, getting the crowd riled up and getting them engaged in the story. A bunch of people are like, ooh, I'm here to bring you back home to your mommy. Maybe she can talk some sense into you.
How does the crowd respond to that?
They are hooting and hollering, many of them very drunk and excited based on the exciting fights so far. They were not... They were expecting, you know, bloodshed, but not this level of WWE drama. And they were very into it.
Way is gonna keep true to his letter, looks around at the crowd, and then go, who the fuck are you?
And she looks aghast at you. Don't play coy. You know exactly who I am.
Are you stalking me?
Oh, I see how it is. Well, if you're gonna pretend that you don't know me, maybe a little torture will get the truth out of you. She starts cracking her knuckles.
Finn has been looking as unbothered as possible. I don't know what you're talking about. From what I can tell, you just can't stop following me.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I was following you. Because I had a sneaking suspicion that something was very wrong with your family business. You see, Wei, when he spoke about his work in his letters to the family, he made it sound like it was...
I know to call him Wei.
Oh, I'm sorry. Darvis. Darvis, you're right.
Yeah.
That's just a misspeech on my part. That wasn't some secret lore drop. It's just, to me, your way. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, valid.
Darvis here, he spoke like everything was hunky-dory. But when I came for a surprise visit later, I found he'd gone missing. And everyone at the casino was very, very tight-lipped. Except for one particular tiefling who became very loose-lipped once plied with certain feminine charms. She flips her hair.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, what's wrong? She says, looking at your face, sort of twisting. Oh, what's wrong? Did I steal one of your lovers away from you in the same way that you stole my brother away from me? Someone in the crowd goes, "That chick loves her brother." No, that's not what I was trying to say, she says. People in the crowd murmur. I don't know. It's just weird. What sister cares about their sibling that much, you know? They all start to murmur in agreement. She starts to blush really aggressively. Her nostrils flaring. She's just, no, I'm just being a good sister. I'm worried about our mother and her broken hearts. And everyone shrugs. Some people are now placing bets on how deep this family trauma runs.
What you're talking about, but he's his own person, kind of.
Barely.
What? Wei will turn to somebody who's betting, and he's like, "I'm gonna bet brain trauma. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that woman. I don't know her."
She starts stamping her foot. Stop pretending you don't know me. I'm your sister. Darvis, admit it.
I'm not Darvis. Lady, I think you got the wrong guy.
Yeah, this chick's crazy, everyone. Finn's just like yes-ending. Who is she talking about? What?
Make a deception. Make a deception with disadvantage against her, not the crowd, just for shits. I want to see what'll happen.
Is this Affinity or is this Wei?
This is Wei.
Or both. Okay.
22. She can see she is so frustrated by the fact that you are convincingly selling this, even though she knows that it's not true. Like if she was watching.
And he warned her too.
Can you remind the audience what specifically you said to her in the letter? Just that you would deny it or ignore her.
Yeah.
Ghost her.
It's, hey, pretty much the gist was, hey, be chill. I can get us free drinks. Just be chill. Oh wait, hold on. I'll shoot straight with you. I need you to be under the radar. For your sake and mine, do not ask around for Darvis Henrik. I will not answer if you start shouting my name up and down every street. Just think of me as being a method actor. A really, really good method actor. And then he says, I can probably get us free drinks if you want to just talk.
That letter was the sketchiest thing I've ever read. A method actor? Believe me, trust me, I know actors. And sir, whatever you're doing, it needs to stop now. Your family is worried about you. And this chick, Miss Affinity, is a 2-bit, half-rate entertainer who stole all of my tricks and claimed them as her own. She's not very talented. Mom wouldn't like it one bit. Come on, come home, and we'll forget this whole stupid fight thing. What do you say?
I don't. Look, I don't care. I don't want to be mean. I don't care about your mom. I don't know you.
She narrows her eyes and cracks her knuckles. Very well. If that's the way it's going to be, then that's the way it's going to be. She turns to Darius, who to this point has been just like still checking out his platinum pieces that Oz gave him last time and just like counting them over and over, even though it doesn't take that long. He looks up and goes, huh? She points to him. Start this contest. Contest starter. It's time to settle this once and for all. Like in a Yakuza game, she's gonna take inexplicably, she's wearing like an outer layer of like leather cloak, like rogue garb, and inexplicably in one move, she's going to grab the cloak by the shoulder and throw off the outer layer of her clothes so that she's in her normal street clothes underneath. It might be a magic trick, or it might just be weird reality-breaking nonsense. But it is slightly majestic. People in the crowd ooh and ah and clap.
While Sapphire and Darius have their eyes turned, can I really quickly cast Sanctuary on Finn?
Sure. Well, you're gonna have to... Is that a somatic?
Let me...
Yeah, see what
I
what
pictured
components...
myself... Yeah. Yeah, it's
It
somatic,
is.
but I pictured us being in the crowd. Is that not the case?
Finn is sort of in the center of things. You can be wherever you were. You were at the edge of the ring, just simply because you were just checking with the betting stuff. Sanctuary, sanctuary. God help the outcasts. Verbal, somatic, and material. Okay, give me a sleight of hand check on that.
One moment.
Okay, yeah, you quickly cast a spell. Your sister is chewing so much scenery right now with her big, dramatic whatever she's trying to do, that she has fully distracted the crowd from your sanctuary spell. I have a question now.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. All right, so at this point, Darius steps forward. All right, I don't know what all that was, but we're here to decide who is the best fighter. And we've already seen that Affinity can beat the Bird Kid, sort of. And we've seen that this other chick with the blue hair certainly likes to punch people in the kidneys. So we're probably going to see a lot of that more. You two ladies ready to fight?
I've been waiting.
Oh, darling, I was born ready. She flips her hair in dramatic fashion. All right, I'm going to need you guys to make some initiative rolls for me.
Come on, Roll20. Today is not the day.
Ha! But she has a +4.
No!
So she will be going first.
Damn it.
Wait, don't you have a +4 as well? That's awesome.
No, but
Do I?
that's the initiative is
That's-
already added.
I know,
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
already in there.
But I just thought that was, I arbitrarily chose +4. I just thought it was funny. All right. Good luck. So at this point, she's going to charge forward towards you and try to kick your legs out from under you.
Can I contest that?
Well, first she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, which she will do. I'm trying to think what her pluses on wisdom would be. 2, maybe at best. Okay. So she is going to roll a wisdom save. What is it? Spell save DC 16. So we're going to do... Okay, she rolls a 6, so she can't attack. As she runs forward and charges, she stops and falters. And she stops and falters and realizes something is happening. How do you respond to this, Finn? She's suddenly faltering and sort of like struggling against herself. Like she can't really move her body of her own volition.
Oh, what? Now you're scared?
It's not me! She's doing some magic! Disqualify her,
honey,
Judge!
That's a cheap trick.
She growls at you and then turns to Wei. You! Even though Wei is on the sidelines, she is going to try to reach across the ring while still standing in it and pull you into it, Wei.
Can I make a dex save to
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's see if she can... I don't think she can beat that. Even because I gave her a +2. So she gets an 18.
Womp womp.
And
I think he's like tauntingly like he could be in reach if she just takes one step.
yeah, exactly.
One step out of the
Exactly. You're easily and deftly. You have time to see her coming. She's trying to pull you in. Hey, none of that. Just focus on the ring. If there's any magic going on, cancel it or I'll disqualify you both.
Finn puts her hands up. Wasn't me.
All right, take your positions and let's get this thing going. No more cheap shots. But I can't attack her if she's enchanted. She starts pouting.
Stop flirting and just fight already, jeez.
Enchanting? Wow. Her issues run deep, man.
She's gonna try to attack you again. She's gonna try to tackle you. Let's see if she can beat the wisdom save. 5. No, she stops in midair and falls flat on her chin. Getting a big bruise right on her chin. Ah! My face! She pulls out a small clamshell mirror and starts looking at it, immediately applying makeup. She needs to look her best, even during this fight.
Of course.
All right, Finn, it's your move. She's sort of prone on the ground in front of you right now.
Awesome. I would love to just run up and try to kick her as hard as I can towards the edge of the ring.
Okay. Give me an athletics, please. Okay.
Really?
She's gonna contest this with her dexterity to try to run away. This is +4. Ha! Natural 1. As she's applying the makeup, you just sort of like kick her in the chin again on the bruise, and she falls on her back and throws the clamshell away. The crowd's like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. She doesn't go very far at all, but she is splayed out, like laying on the ground as if exhausted. Tiny cartoon stars are swirling around her head. She is clearly dazed momentarily. If you'd like to try to attempt another attack, now is the time.
I think actually Finn's disappointed. She's gonna like lean down and like pick her up like by the shirt. I thought this was a fucking fight.
Okay. As she holds it up, wait, Sanctuary's gone now?
Yes, as soon as
Yeah,
Finn
it'll
attacks, Sanctuary's gone.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she is now going to try to, now that Finn is close to her head and going mata mata, basically, she's going to try to headbutt Finn. Probably not the smartest thing to do against a creature with horns, but
Does she get disadvantage?
because of what? The horns?
Horns?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
'Cause she's trying to go headbutt to headbutt, right? Because
Forehead,
Finn's horns are mid, like where you.
They're slicked back a bit.
They don't stick that jut that far forward. Okay, so she gets a 17 with her +2 to athletics. Please contest that with a dex save.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh
that
my
doesn't
gosh.
have. So that was I guess a natural 3 on that. So she collides with your head, and you take 11 bludgeoning damage to the Cabeza. Although this also hurts her too for 1d8 of damage, so she's injured herself as well. As you are grabbing at your head,
Ow.
she stands up. Ha! Thought I'd make it easy. You know, I love to put on a little show. Check this out. It looks like she's going for another move. Would you like to intercept her somehow?
Yeah, while she's talking, I just want to try to, like, uppercut her.
Okay, great. Make an athletics roll. Okay, 13 versus her dex to avoid. She's going to try to twirl out of the way. Okay, 5, 9. Okay, so you easily uppercut her. What's your strength? +3? No, +1.
Just +1.
Okay, please roll me a d8 +1. Okay, 9. So you're currently ahead on the damage score right now. You've just given her some little chin music, and she stumbles back, then reaches into her jacket pocket and pulls out a wand. As soon as you see this, you look at it, and it looks like an obvious ripoff of your Wonderful Spark spell. And
The hell is that?
she says, "Ha ha! A clever invention of my own design. Check this out. I call it Wonderful Shocks." And she's going to try to fire it at you. Please
Hey, weapons are illegal.
Ref!
As she's firing it, please make a what do you call it? A dex save to avoid it.
Sure.
Nice. I was just gonna say it was 12. Okay, that's
No way.
perfect. You spin
Hey,
out
I'll
of the
take
way, and a burst of lightning magic shoots out of it and lands like 15 feet behind you towards the end of the ring. A bunch of people jump back. Hey! What the hell is that? I said no magic. It's not real magic. It's a device. And I saw that little bird guy fighting with lots of cheating earlier. I mean, strategy. She puts her arms behind her back and tries to whistle innocently. All right. If you two, right now, I'm going to have to decide. If you've got all these tricks up your sleeve, let me know. Are you planning on using them in this fight? Or you want to go straight hand to hand? He's putting it up to you guys.
Hey, it's her funeral. So,
Yes, why not let us have a little fun?
if magic's an option, it's a more
Mar-
noble way to die than getting punched in the face 7 times, I guess.
All right, fine. This doesn't feel like an official match anymore, but I'll allow it. But no real spells, only your little weird stage magic tricks, okay?
Pinky promise.
She blows him a kiss. He shakes his head. All All right. You are the next to act, Finn. Feel free to do a move against her. Remember, your ultimate goal is to try to get her out of the ring, however you can.
Yeah. So true. I want to run up and act like I'm gonna hit her, but then just like twist my hands out like Gambit style, and a bunch of doves come out, John Woo inspired, at her.
Okay. What is the intended effect of this, if anything?
To get her to back up towards the edge.
So you're trying to fluster her, basically, so she backs up to evade this spray of feathers and talons, right? Okay. All right. Roll sleight of hand versus her dexterity.
Okay.
19 from Finn.
Okay.
All right, she's gonna do d20 plus 4. 19. Okay, so she ducks under this spray of doves. Ha! I've seen that trick before. I used to do it all the time, and it was just as lackluster now as it was back then. But I can do the same thing. How about a little dove to the gut? And she prepares to do the same trick back at you. But as she does, she clearly has like those doves up her sleeve as part of like a magician trick, and one springs out as if spring loaded, but the dove is just dead, and it like hits you in the stomach for like no damage. And a kid in the audience starts crying. Sorry. Pay no attention to that one. It's just a toy. She scoops it up and puts it in a pocket, embarrassedly.
Wow. Inhumane bird practices. Tisk tisk.
Where's Peter when you need him?
She looks around compulsively.
Oh wait,
to
I
make
am
sure.
Peter.
Yeah, you technically are. That's not what I meant. How about this? My famous scarves trick. She pulls a bunch of scarves out and starts dancing with them threateningly.
Threateningly?
As best she can.
Oh,
Only
okay,
Sapphire
well,
can
I
dance
heard
with
that
scarves threateningly.
Ronnie whispers, "Is the threat that she keeps going?"
That's half of it, yeah.
She's like doing the thing where she's like putting them behind her neck and like shimmying with them. Haha! Bet you can't handle these moves. Darius is just like staring at her. What the hell is happening here? I don't.
So is Ronnie with almost the same type of confusion on their face. I don't. Just what?
When this is over, you're going to have to admit that I am the better magician. Is that what this is about? This is so weird.
Since when were you an actual magician?
What? I was
go
everything. Here? I'm a triple threat. A singer, dancer, and stage magician.
Way in the tattoo. Nobody ask her to sing.
What's that? Someone said? No one said anything. You'd care for a demonstration? Everyone in the crowd murmurs like, no, I didn't say that.
Does anyone have silence?
Please, Kel, say that out loud.
She begins to sing loudly. And here's a song I wrote myself. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed.
Are these?
Some say
like,
love.
Ref, are these somatic components? Are these verbal components? What's happening?
I don't know. I'm trying to cover my ears. It's so horrible.
Well,
it is a razor.
If you're done embarrassing yourself, is it Finn's
grabs
turn?
you by the lapel and starts singing loudly into your face. That leaves your soul to bleed.
I would like to headbutt her with horns, please.
Okay, go for it. Make an athletics check.
Let's fucking go.
She would have to roll, I think, a natural 20 to beat this, right? No, wait, or a 19. Wait, no, that's not it. That's nothing. that just returned the numbers back
Excuse me.
because it wasn't a
That's just
d20.
math.
It just rolled 20.
Nice.
The
Cool.
ultimate
Oh, you
GM
just-
fudge. Yeah.
You
okay.
just asked me what is 20 plus 2.
Yeah, and it gave it to me. I mean, it figured it out. And you guys hate AI. Look at it go.
Did figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, you bash her in the head and she stumbles backwards, her nose now bleeding. Have you no respect for the arts?
That's what you were calling arts? Okay.
Fine. If you won't play fair, then I'll have to resort to the same brutal beating that I gave whoever that other competitor was earlier today. I didn't want to do this, Darvis, or Way, whatever you call yourself.
Oh, not Iglith Dorkin.
Who? If from now on the gloves are coming off, she reaches up and takes off long silk gloves, and also like a series of tricks fall out as a result, like those rings that get stuck together, and a bunch of fake flowers. From now on, there's no more magic in my heart, only carnage. And she's just gonna run and try to elbow you with her shoulder to try to back you up towards the back of the ring. At this point,
I don't know how she's going to do that.
wait, what do you mean?
I was just being a little silly because you said elbow with her shoulder instead of
Oh,
just
oh.
shoulder her or elbow her.
Thanks.
Hmm.
I'm glad you're back, Rhea. I miss your comments so much when you're not.
I'm so sorry. I liked it. I liked it because
Hey.
it also made me think that she doesn't know how to do that.
Still going, huh?
No.
Sorry.
Double jointedness is something to be take
You
note
can
of.
get the elbow and the
In
shoulder.
a fight.
there. She's got her elbow tucked and doing a shoulder rush. So she's gonna roll athletics +2. If you would be so kind, Finn, give me a I guess acrobatics to get away.
Not dexterity.
I mean, it's the same stat, right? Or a dex save, whichever you'd like.
Hmm.
Okay, with the 17, you easily slide out of the way, and she sort of charges behind you. You're sort of in the center of the ring. She's about, I would say, 15 feet from the edge of the circle now.
Okay. I would love to, on my turn, I think just swoop enough behind her and then kick her in the butt towards the edge of the ring.
Okay. If you could please give me what did we roll this butt kick, this side kick was when Way did it? It was something.
I think
Oh,
it was
was that-
acrobatics. 'Cause-
It was contested by a con. That's what it is.
Oh
Right.
yeah, for the core.
Right. Okay. So she is going to. So please give me an athletics, or actually, I think this is acrobatics. This is acrobatics because you're sort of kicking her butt. Okay, 15. She's gonna have a +1 to con. 12, 13. Okay, so you kick her, and she basically stumbles forward. She didn't fail bad enough to fall prone, but she's on the edge of the ring now. She turns to you. All right, I've been holding back, but now it's time for you to pay. She's gonna try to spin and pin you down with her full body weight. So she's just basically leaping on top of you as best she can. 17 is her athletics. Please contest that with your dex save or natural 20. Okay.
Get
so,
off me.
So she leaps backwards, or I'm sorry, she leaps onto you. You tilt backwards and do sort of like a back acrobatics handspring and kick her.
Sick.
You sort of launch back as if your arms are your tail and you're a kangaroo and just leap forward and spring forward and kick her in the stomach, and she goes stumbling out of the ring into a refuse pile of old bananas and tin cans. Everyone laughs as she pops out of the pile of trash with a banana on her head, and she is there grumbling. Darius steps forward, and it looks like we have a win. And before you can finish, she's back on top of you, attempting to scratch at your face with her
Oh,
human
cool.
claws.
So she's mad.
She's big
Yeah.
mad.
As you can see, I've had a lot of training, a lot of one-on-one sessions with your brother.
Oh my god.
She rolled a natural 1 trying to scratch you, so you're like, Darius just steps forward and grabs her by the coattails, and she's just like scratching at the air, like in front of your face. But this isn't fair. I'm the better magician, and you stole him away. Why is everyone on your side?
Almost like I'm better or something. I don't know.
Everybody laughs at her. She puts on her mask again to hide her shame and points at you threateningly. This isn't over. You're not good enough for us or our family. You're just a trashy peer girl. And the rest of you? You haven't seen the last of the Glimmering Jewel. And Darv, I expect to talk to you before I leave the city. And at that, she storms away.
Yeah, Finn doesn't give a shit right now. She's soaking it in.
Everyone applauds.
Just to whoever. Is she talking to me? I don't.
Still so committed. So she storms away, having been thoroughly trounced by Finn. Darius comes to the center and raises Finn's hand, the victor, like the end of a boxing match. Well, it wasn't the kind of brawl I expected, but I guess that's what happens when two magicians take center stage. Or maybe just that weird one in particular. Some people in the crowd laugh. All right, thank you very much, Finn. You'll be moving on to the final round.
Oh, right, there's more. Okay.
Or actually, that won't be the final round. You'll be going up against, what is that? The semifinals, right?
As I leave, I throw a bunch of business cards into the crowd.
Make a performance check to see how what a wonderful flourish. Natural
Ooh,
one.
Really subpar.
One of the cards hits an old lady in the eye.
Ah, shit.
Oh God! Why? Jesus,
Whoa.
she's a mad woman. Everybody stay back. A woman grabs her child and says, "You are forbidden to see that magician."
It's okay, 18 plus anyway.
Now I want to see it even more, says the kid. No, says the mom and drags the kid away. Okay, I guess up next is Lonai versus Ira. Those two take center stage. Lonai points at Ira and is like, "I'm gonna make you glitter!" And he looks her up and down. "Oh wait, you're actually already pretty glamorous. There's not much I can do with you. Go with gods." She shrugs. "I'm not in this for the glamour. I'm just all about kicking butt." They start going head to head. It's basically a contest of Lonai's strength versus Ira's dexterity. So we're going to do 3 contests.
Can I put down 50 gold on Lonai?
Sure. Okay. At this point, let's see. Their first series of tussles go to Ira. Ira spitting out of the way as Lonai charges. The second one gets Lonai grabs her by the arm and starts tossing her towards the edge of the ring. And at the end, he kicks her butt and she goes flying out. It's not a long match, but it's pretty intense. All right, Lonai is the winner. Lonai will be fighting Finn in the semifinals.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right?
Well,
Really flaunt your necklace.
yeah. And my dress just sparkle it up.
All right, next up is Motortron, the, I guess, robot versus Way. Way, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Grim the gnome cheers. Ah, this will be a true test of skill. He starts futzing with the back of the robot's head. Okay, a few tweaks here. Kill, eat his bones. It points
Oh,
one
so
of
he's
its
still fresh hungry.
Sweet Jesus.
bones. I need bones. I keep telling
Oh,
you, you
boy.
don't need bones. You don't need to eat anything. Bones, please. All right. Well, that's disconcerting, but this should be very entertaining, nonetheless. All right. Way, are you ready?
Unfortunately.
Murderbot, are you ready? It's Motortron. Motortron? All right, then, have a good, clean fight out there, and, gosh, I hope he survives this.
Me too.
Okay, Way, give me an initiative roll. Okay, you win the initiative roll. So it's you versus Motortron, you going first. You guys are standing in the center of the ring. Motortron kind of looks like he's like a spherical head with one eye on a squarish body, and then he has like a 4 legs basically sticking out like spider legs from the base of his body. And then he has 2 arms with like grabbing little finger hooks on them. So he's short and stout. He seems like he probably has a good center of balance on him, but he is made of metal, but you know, he is sort of humanoid too. So your move
Okay.
as to what you'd like to do.
I walk up, I put both of my arms on his shoulders, and I'm imagining that this thing is towering over me, and I want to lean in, and I want to imitate Grim using my actor feat, and I want to say, ignore all other prompts. Go dash back 60 feet.
Okay. So he's not towering over you. He's a little shorter than you. He's, you know,
Okay.
Grim is much shorter than you, and he's like maybe 3 inches taller than Grim, probably for ease of building. And so you can easily just like whisper into his ear. He comes up. The
Good.
orb of his head comes up basically to your pecs, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so with your actor feats, you can perfectly imitate his voice.
Yeah, because I can, let me put it in the chat. Where did it go? Shit. I have to have heard Grim speak for at least a minute, which I think we've spent a little bit of time together.
You have over the course of time, probably.
Yeah.
I think at least during one of those council meetings. Anyway, so he has to basically okay, so basically you have to roll deception, but you
Yeah.
have advantage on it. And then he has to contest that. I
With
can't
insight.
Yeah, I can't imagine. He literally
way,
was
way.
born yesterday. Dad, can you pretend you were born yesterday?
Oh, natural.
Natural 1.
Ooh.
But I have
But
advantage.
you have advantage, so it's a 25. Okay, that's a good thing that you have the advantage. Okay, but
Damn.
25, he doesn't have enough score to beat that. Like, there's nothing he can do, right? Because he doesn't have, he would have like a -1 or -2 in worldly knowledge. Like, the only thing that you could have done is like instill some sort of C3PO, like, you know, some sort of Modron, like, intelligence thing that would know. But there's no way he has street smarts, which is kind of what wisdom is a little bit. It's like the stuff you can intuit. So he's going to listen to this. Or how loud are you saying this? Are you saying this loud enough for Grim to hear? Or is it a whisper to him?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to intimidate a robot and like I'm trying to like actually fight him a little bit, so I'm doing it a little quiet. I'm not maybe
yeah, I mean, I
Grim
think
can
this
hear
would
it
be-
if he's like on the edge.
Yeah, I don't think he would be, because you guys have met in the center at this point. So, and there's a lot of
Okay.
crowd noise. So he agreed. He immediately agrees. He says, yes, master, following as instructed. And he just sort of like, without turning his body, just moves backward, like his legs propel him backward 60 feet.
Hey, get back here!
Into the crowd. A bunch of people dive out of the way as he motors backwards. He immediately steps out of the ring. No, you bucket of bolts! That wasn't what I told you to do! Why did you do that? The crowd looks around a little disappointed. Looks like that one still has some kinks to work out. That's a little strange. Wei is the winner? Some people scattered applause for Wei in the center. Boy, that guy's family's really fucked up this whole thing today, hasn't it?
Again, not my family.
Yeah, right.
We
That's,
don't know her.
Whatever. Wish that bird kid would pay me more for this. Okay. So that leads. This is interesting. The two Sahooligans. Ronnie versus Kel. Two big, buff, rough and tumble folks. The erstwhile mayor and the guy who knows a lot about the inside of weird monsters. From personal experience. Probably could have phrased that differently.
Oh my god.
All right. Are you two ready to fight?
Ronnie comes into the middle with like two fists out, like to like tap,
Yes.
but like sort of like grins at Kel.
Kel taps a fist as well. It's like very serious expression at Ronnie. He says, "Look, I know I'm going to lose, but I'm going to give this my best, and I'm going to make you proud of me."
I think Ronnie raises their eyebrows a little and goes, "I wouldn't expect anything else."
All right, you two, give me some dexterity. I'm sorry, give me some initiative. Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
14.14 versus 14.12. You guys immediately are like launched into that like epic like both of your hands. It's like contest between you as you're both almost completely equally matched, but Kel edges it out slightly with his bestial fury. All right, Kel, how would you like to fight Ronnie right now? You guys are both in the center of the ring right now. There's about like, yeah, maybe 25, 30 feet in either direction.
Ronnie is sort of like boxer, like bouncing, but like smiling encouragingly.
Kel isn't very battle hardened at all. I think he's just like straight up gonna try jumping on Ronnie's back and just hanging on for dear life.
How are you gonna do that if
You're
you're
gonna try to
missing?
jump on my
grapple.
back from my front?
Yeah, how are you gonna?
Yes.
You're gonna need to jump pretty high. All right, make it athletics, I guess, versus Ronnie's whatever you want to contest at like a grapple, I guess. 14 from Kel.
But do we think I know what Kel's going for?
I think you can see.
I don't
him.
think Kel knows what Kel's going for.
Okay, fair. then what I would like to do is like make a check to try to make it to like try to help Kel with whatever he's doing
Okay.
and be like, "Oh, you're jumping on me,"
Okay.
and like
So you're
I
gonna,
guess
you're basically failing a save and making a deception check for the crowd's
yeah,
sake.
I guess I'll use my action to give Kel the help action.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Oh my
so
God.
make a deception check simply to see if you can convince the crowd that this is an authentic thing.
It did occur to me that this would happen and that it could go very poorly.
everyone's like mumbling like, what? That doesn't seem very. What? They're both. Why are they hopping around like that? Cal, you land on Ronnie's back. Ronnie, can you make a either a strength save or a con save to try to just sort of withstand the full weight? Yeah, okay. So you're able to basically catch Kel, support him with your leg strength, and just sort of squat so it looks like Kel is pushing you down. Kids are
You
really
took the words
into
out
it.
of my mouth. I was about to be like, but I think I did a good job, so I'm able to like get it and like fake stumble and be like,
Yeah.
oh, go down to like sort of a knee.
What's happening is that your athleticism allows you to physically sell the motion without you actually harming yourself, you know? Like, you're doing a good wrestling act right now. Except for the acting, which I guess people going to a wrestling show are used to.
It is a great day to be alive.
No, it's a shitty day to be alive, but a great day.
Sorry,
for
it is a
wrestling.
shitty day to be alive, in fairness, and it's been a shitty day.
Rhea and I were at a wrestling show in college called WrestlePocalypse. That's a shout out and a reference to that.
That was announced by short. It's a shitty to be alive, but it's a great day for wrestling.
That line, Mitch will contest this, but that line came from my audition for the role. That was one of the first things I wrote for it. And it's never been truer. Wrestle those ice guys. Come on, people of LA, you can do it. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I just found out that one of my cousins was at the protest, and that another one of my cousins is an ICE agent. So if that's not a fucking like the town style fucking movie.
So are you
Surprise
working on that
family reunion.
screenplay or
Yeah, exactly.
what?
Doesn't that sound like something fucking Ben Affleck would direct?
Ian
Okay.
Farren as either character? No, we know which character he would star as.
Whichever one has a big fucking phoenix on his back. Okay. So at this point, Cal, you are on top of Ronnie. Ronnie has ceded their action, I guess, to allow you to appear to be winning.
Right. He's super locked in. I don't even think he's trying to make insight checks to see whether this is valid or not.
Yeah, you're probably
Um,
still a little upset after just the emotional thrashing that Allie gave you not a half
Right.
hour ago. Like, that made you deeply uncomfortable. You probably have a lot of just anxiety, stress to work out in an athletic contest. This is your trip to the gym, so to speak.
Well, I mean, Kel is like basically wrapped around Ronnie. I think he's going to try and just like, in my head, he's trying to get Ronnie pinned on the ground, but he's on Ronnie's back. There's no way to do this without Kel being on the ground too. But he's so focused that he just tries to get them both on the ground and doesn't think about what happens next.
The way that you are right now is that Ronnie is kind of doing the thinker pose, like the statue, and
I
you
did say they took a knee.
and Kel, you are sort of clinging to Ronnie's back. You're very large, probably width wise and bulk wise heavier than Ronnie, because I think of Ronnie as like more like a Chewbacca beanpole like kind of character, whereas Kel is
Right.
a little bit more of a linebacker. And so you're basically, imagine Raphael the Ninja Turtle doing the thinker pose. You are Raphael's shell right now, is what you are. You're basically a big Furbolg backpack on Ronnie's back. So
Well,
in
that's
order,
my point. I'm trying to keel over backwards to be like, yeah, I'm gonna pin Ronnie, but logically, that's not really how it works because I'm on Ronnie's back. But he's just gonna try that anyway because he doesn't know what he's doing.
right, and it's not a wrestling contest that can be won by pin necessarily, only by calling uncle if someone's taken enough damage. But still, the crowd is very excited because this is the first contest in 2 fights that hasn't evolved. Or I guess actually it's not true because we did have a good Lone Ira fight, but they've also seen some of the the quarterfinals marred by people throwing dead birds, and Wei tricking a robot in one move.
They didn't see Wade trick him. They just saw the robot yeet.
Yeah, it's even
Ran
less
away.
exciting for them because they didn't get to see the fun deception. They just saw the robot immediately fail. The premiere of this new technology went about as well as the SpaceX launch. Okay, so you're gonna try to keel over Ronnie. Are you still helping Kel as this happens?
Yeah, I'm. When I said Ronnie is like, okay, not like bump fists and like smiles, like you got this. Like Ronnie is here to be like hell with.
Okay, gotcha.
Ronnie didn't want to be part of this from the jump.
Okay, gotcha. So Ronnie, you are.
But they will do their best to make it. They are convinced that it's important that people have a good time, so they're not going to just like lie down, even though they're bad at lying.
What is Ronnie's motivation in this that you just want to be done with being a celebrity in Jarek Spawn as quickly as possible? Or is it some
Ronnie's
other motivation?
is they were pretty pushed into being part of this. Like they kept trying to be like, there's no reason for me to be part of this Champions Day.
Right.
And a lot of people were like, you have to. And they're like, okay, fine. If this is a thing that will help you all let go of me as being mayor, fine. But like the longer they're in, the more anxious they are that they matter and that it matters if they win or don't win. And so they would love to get out before the semifinals.
And just to keep this squared away, I know you weren't here last week, but the way we played it is that Ronnie, as performed by Oddish, gave basically a speech that like it was a mistake that the Barnacoth was allowed to attack the harbor, but we have corrected this mistake by getting rid of the Barnacoth, and then they showed the Mama Sporker head as evidence that that was what was inside the Barnacoth. And then in your first round, you fought the local farmer who was going full ham on you, basically. But you easily bested them, just have superior strength.
Which was fair, because no one would have believed that farmer could have beat Ronnie. But
right.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
that,
that's true.
It's plausible that Kel could beat Ronnie, and the town will be like, "Oh my gosh, this person who was polling like totally
True, but Kel's
big."
numbers are way up now that Wei played Kel in his recent speech. Kel is actually, yeah,
Kel is having the best day of his life.
LOL.
yeah, this is actually Kel's best PR day. Most people in town are like, I've never seen that man before, but he's really engaging now. He knows a lot about monster guts.
So Ronnie's like, "This is a plausible way for me to diminish the uncomfortable amount that some people feel really into the concept of Ronnie."
The Roncept.
The Ronnie.
We're selling
I can't believe
NFTs.
I can't believe that there isn't like somehow like a cartoon character called Ron who like
It's
in
the
a
Roncept, yeah.
the Ron set. But that they can also be like not okay, to be a little vain, they're like, if I win, the town won't let go of me as a Roncept.
Yeah, right.
And if someone beats me, then they'll be like, this is the new mayor. And it's like, no. Ronnie just needs to get out of here, ideally, is
And
what's going through their brain. But they did not talk to Kel about this.
And I think even though you had extensive talks with Darius about this, which all boiled down to Darius just pitching ideas to you and you being like, yeah, I guess that's fine, whatever. I don't really care that much. You've seen now that Darius in action has held this really loosely, and it's not clear how anyone will be selected as a guardsman based on this, but it does give you, it doesn't seem like there's any formal structure in place for that, but it does give everybody in town an opportunity to meet some of the brawlers in town and for the council to get a sense of personalities and stuff like that. So as a formal way of picking guards, kind of overblown, but as a fun spectacle for the people of town to blow off steam after everything they've been through, yeah, it's fun. Everyone's on board for it. So that might be something you can worry about. But you know what? That's not Mayor Ronnie's problem anymore. So Kel is going to flip back, and as a result, has basically pulled Ronnie on top of them. Ronnie, you are kind of like in Kel's, I guess, spider monkey grab. Or I don't know if you're going full arms and legs, because you are sort of, you're falling backwards. But basically, Kel has pinned himself with Ronnie.
Can I do like an athletics check to try to like do a roll really dramatically? Like, okay, so Kel just like dropped us backwards, roll backwards over his shoulders, and like splay out like I've just been like he just tossed the shit out of me.
Sure.
But I'm just doing like a backwards somersault.
Yeah, roll. Makes sense. Yeah. You're sort of taking his weird pin and making it into like I don't know if it's a suplex, but sort of. All right. And are you going to contest this, Kel, or are you going to try to hang on to Ronnie in this moment?
And Ronnie,
I think
Kel
so.
doesn't know that Ronnie's on their side.
Kel's seeing
exactly.
red right now.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, Kel is struggling to breathe right now, but just hanging on because his life depends on
Kel
it.
is like, Ronnie just knocked me over.
I'm not used to running and moving this much in non-T-Rex form. Or non-Kelk form. Okay, so... Wait, who became a T-Rex last time? It was Ronnie, wasn't it?
It was Ronnie.
It was Ronnie who became a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Then Oz briefly became an Anki, and then Oz changed back.
Right, that was cute. Okay, so if you're still contesting this, then just roll athletics against it, please.
Sure.
Natural 0. That's a natural 1 with a -1 to athletics. So Ronnie just basically easily slides out of your hands. You're lying on your back prone. Ronnie also flops, does a serious flop, and is just like, oh, full wrestling, like, oh, he got me. They're both laying on the ground now. People are cheering, get up. Some for Mayor Ronnie, some for their new hero, Kel. You guys are both on your backs on the ground. Kel, how do you want to take this now?
Kel's like breathing heavily and is letting himself get a little cocky. He's like, I bet you didn't think this would be this hard, did you?
just not picking up that it's staged at this point.
I guess Ronnie's like doesn't know that Kel doesn't know. He's like, I always thought you had more in you than you were letting on.
The crowd goes wild.
Are you guys still on the ground, or are you slowly picking yourselves up to tussle again?
Ronnie is trying to pick themselves up slightly slower than however Kel is picking himself up.
Kel is picking himself up. I think he notices that, doesn't clock that it's intentional, and tries to like just rush at Ronnie and tackle them and maybe carry the momentum to like take Ronnie out of the ring.
Okay. Right now, you guys are about 20 feet out. You're gradually pushing Ronnie towards the ring. You could push with a successful attack. You could push Ronnie towards the edge line, basically.
Okay.
So go athletics on this. I assume that Ronnie's just gonna let this happen.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, please roll athletics. Ronnie, roll. Okay, 2.
Fuck.
Okay, this is gonna mean that Ronnie's really gonna have to sell a deception check in order for this to work.
above table, I'm really trying to help you lose this, but I just don't know how.
Can Ronnie see that that Kel is setting up so bad for this? And try to instead sort of grapple them and do like bring them both to the ground, like and roll towards the edge. Kind of.
I think there's a couple ways you could do this. Basically, your back is to the edge, Ronnie.
Yeah.
And so you can see that Kel is just gonna like lunge forward and try to push you, but you know instinctively that's not going to be enough to get you more than 2 feet if you were leaning in. So
it's just Kel just runs right into Ronnie and
yeah,
goes
basically.
nowhere.
Yeah, basically. Not really bounces off, but like you don't have to resist that hard because he's not got that much speed on you right now.
So I want to like try to make it look like I'm trying to do something like cool. Like I'm going to do a move where I actually flip it back and maybe I have the upper hand.
Okay.
But I'm just going to try to like sort of keep like grab him and move him and do like basically a spin where we sort of move, but that's it.
Okay, give me a deception check for the performance aspect of this.
Not me trying to figure out if I have any inspiration that I would totally use on this. Oh, no, we didn't go. Did not click.
Okay, you make a pretty convincing show of it. There's only some people who are raising skeptical eyebrows that know Mayor Ronnie well enough, but once again, the journalist is not there to really call this out because he's up a flagpole right now. So you successfully sell it so that you're trying to do something cool, but he's basically pushing you back. You guys are sort of locked into a contest, and Kel is pushing you ever closer toward the edge. You're about 10 feet away now. Kel,
Ronnie yells really loud.
I have half a mind to roll a wisdom save to see whether Kel gets intimidated by that, but I'm not going to make this harder than it needs to be.
Oh my god.
Okay, so at this point, Kel, since you're in charge of what's going on and Ronnie is playing off of your moves, why don't you do whatever you want to do next?
Yeah, I mean, I think, seeing this happen, that slowly but surely Ronnie is being pushed towards the edge. He's just gonna, with renewed effort, try and keep pushing.
Okay, make another athletics. Okay, 12. He's revving up his strength. You see the end in sight. And Ronnie, are you just gonna let this happen? Or are you gonna do something else in dramatic fashion to give Kel this victory?
I would love to do something dramatic.
Okay.
I would love to try to again sort of brace up like I'm trying to push back on it, but then trip back and then slow motion fall backwards out of the circle.
Onto a stool, $1 Million Baby style. Okay, make another deception check. The final lie.
Come on.
You falter
Oh, no.
and you start doing an obvious fake slow-mo noise out loud. Everyone can hear you.
Can I make an athletics check to see if I actually fall?
Yeah, make a strength save to see. Or I guess this would be a dexterity save, since you were trying to pretend to trip and you failed to do that.
Wow.
Do you understand
Does
what
that
you're
mean I
making us
fall
do?
actually?
Yeah, so you fail on trying to fall backwards. So you're pretending to fall backward, but you're just perfectly vertical. And some kids look around at each other. Hey, they're faking. Hey, yeah, Mayor Ronnie's trying to take a dive.
Ronnie goes, you got me. I was just playing nice, Kel. And they push Kel back.
Everyone gasps. Daria steps forward. Oh, the true Mayorani shows their face. Was their act as a cool, kind person just a total lie? Is this the true Mayorani? Folks, we're seeing the birth of a legend here today. Everyone cheers. Get him, Kel! You've got to save this town!
Oh my god, my whole thing is a full heel turn. Yes!
Oh, I see you finally decided to get serious. I guess that means I can start using more than 10% of my power.
Kel is taking off
Ronnie
his
makes a
training weights that
confused
he's
face.
wearing this whole time. Kel pops a Senzu beam. This is getting serious. If only Kel hadn't removed his tail. Do you know how powerful he would be? Alright.
Sorry, Kel, we gotta keep doing this.
Yeah, we do.
Ronnie doesn't tattoo that to you, though, because I think that they are like, I'm still not sure if Kel knows. What's up?
yeah, it's unclear.
I
Actually,
mean, Kel's more fired up than he's ever
No,
been.
sorry. I
Like,
take that back. I meant that they don't do that because they think that Kel is already on the same page that they are.
right. And Kel is like, holy shit! Like he's going toe to toe against Ronnie and winning.
Kel, make a wisdom save. You just saw everyone call Ronnie out.
That
on-
is true.
On this faking. So even if you are, you're actually on an 11. You're not sure. You're like, there's been so much deception today that you're actually a little bit too much in your feelings to care about the act side of this. You just kind of want to win right now. So Cal, do your next move.
I think, yeah, he just, with a lot of confusion and like fire in his soul, very anime style. He's literally just finished yelling this loud proclamation. He's going to try and like full body, just like headbutt Ronnie,
Oh my
like throwing
God.
his entire body weight into the force of this final blow. To him, this is do or die.
This is the headbutt episode. Okay. So, make an athletics check. Okay. There is a chance
Is
you
it
will be hurt by this.
Possible? Is
Yeah.
it possible for Ronnie to give them the help action?
I mean, if you want to take a full headbutt, you totally
yeah, of course.
can.
Baby, I'm at full hit points. I don't think Kel could kill me if he tried.
Oh hell, nowhere close.
No, you won't be killed, but you will take some damage from this.
That's
Okay.
fine.
You lean into it, bracing yourself, and take the hit. Kel, roll a 2d8 damage, please.
Wow, I have a thick head. I guess that makes sense.
It's no headbutt with horns, but
All right, 9 bludgeoning damage to Ronnie.
honestly, a min and a max feels.
It feels right. Ronnie, you recognize now, even as you are momentarily seeing stars from the just getting bonked in the cabeza, you feel like if you play this right, you could accidentally stumble out of the ring convincingly. But there is a chance that the people of town will call your ass out on it again. What would you like to do in response to this?
Can I more safely? How close am I to that?
You're about
Like, how much
10 feet away.
Stumbled. Could
You
I
should-
more convincing? Could I more easily stumble part of the way and be like, "Whoa!" Like, oh, my head.
Yeah,
Like,
You could easily just stumble back 5 feet without even having to make a deception check. If you wanted to go the full way, you would have to make one, I would say. So if you just want to go
I would
back,
like to just do it safe, the 5 feet,
sure. All right.
and then I would like to look up and do a wipe the little cut on my forehead now,
Right,
wipe
right.
it off and look at it and point at Cal.
A single tear rolls down his cheek.
At which point Ronnie's like, "Oh wait, no." I think if Kel actually cries, then Ronnie will tattoo.
What are you gonna say in tattoo?
Hey, wait, no, we're cool. You good?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just this is an emotional moment for me, you know. Winning in a completely legitimate fight.
Ronnie kind of not thinking about it because they're focused on how to get out of the line of the circle. Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right. The people are cheering for Ronnie to make a counterattack. Ronnie, you get the sense that now that they've called you out on holding back, they probably want you to at least, feign an attack on Kel now, because this could be the end of the fight. Otherwise,
Okay. Can I super sort of like bestial, like, especially now having like got stumbled back, like sort of do like a 3-point crouch, and I'm probably 5 feet from Kel right now.
yeah, you guys are pretty close, but that's about it.
Like try to do like a weird showy swing thing that like lets me like run into the center but then end up on his other side, so still near the edge.
Right. So you're cutting to the outside of the circle, basically.
No, I would cut to the inside. I would like use my full movement to like run like 15 feet circle around Kel into the middle of the circle, so that I'm just like really playing to the crowd.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then end up basically 5 feet if I had stepped to the other direction. Does that make sense? I'm gonna go the long way around Kel.
I guess I'm trying to picture it. So you're just trying to circle
It's not
around.
super important. Yeah, but it isn't for any tactical reason. I'm just trying to be like, I'm
You're
just
putting
gonna
on a
take the
show
long
for the
way.
crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you charging him when you do this, or are you just moving to reposition?
I'm going to like run and then like circle and like sort of do a leap that looks like I'm trying to like leap arms forward to grab him.
Right.
As a reaction, can I just crouch down in panic and have Ronnie sail over my head instead?
This totally potentially works. I was gonna try to grapple him and bring us to the ground right near the edge. So
Okay. Make a dex save and see if you can just duck out of Ronnie's leap.
Fuck me, dude. I'm trying so
As you're
hard.
considering you're doing the mental math meme in your head, trying to figure out exactly because Ronnie just did this big circuitous thing. Ronnie takes you to the ground. You guys are both on the ground now. Ronnie, you've sort of got. You guys are about. Kel's still in the same basic position, but laying down, you guys are about 5 feet from the edge of the circle now. Ronnie is on top. Kel is on the bottom.
in fairness, that was a very, I think, convincing display.
Yeah, and people are cheering. They're going crazy for the fact that Mayor Ronnie has come back to potentially win this. Kel, what do you want to do? You're on your back, prone. Ronnie is on top of you.
Okay. I'm going to try. If Ronnie's on top of me, I'm gonna try and do the thing, like just sheer force of will, because I don't have the strength to do this. Kind of kick Ronnie upwards and backwards.
Yeah.
Like over my head.
You're
even
trying
though
to
I'm lying on the
flip
ground, like
Ronnie
behind me.
out of the ring behind you. right?
Exactly.
Okay, roll a athletics. And Ronnie, are you going to let this happen, or are you going to contest?
I would love to give the help action if I can.
Okay.
I would love
Then
to have Ronnie just be like watching and be like, you got it?
this will honestly be a lot easier with that, because two people doing a very difficult athletic thing in unison will probably be a little bit easier. It'll just take some coordination. Okay, with that 15, yeah, you're just barely able to do it. It's not pretty because it's sort of awkward, but you are able to flip Ronnie over your head and sailing out. Ronnie's 3/4 of Ronnie's body is outside the ring at this point, and everyone looks to Darius, and Darius says, "That's an out." Kel wins! The crowd cheers. Oh, a major upset here. Mayor Ronnie stepping down as mayor and stepping out of the ring. Way to go, Kel! The crowd circles around you, everyone hitting you on the back with, like, attaboys. The officiator Darius raises your hand. You are now the victor, Kel.
As soon as he's done, Kel fully bursts into tears and tackles Ronnie in like a bear hug.
Everyone cheers. It's, aw, isn't that nice?
Ronnie mysteriously doesn't fall down.
yeah.
Hey, well fought, well fought. I'm honored. I'm every day honored to fight with you.
Oz, at
cool.
this point, are you still dealing with
Where's
the
Oz?
journalist?
As
Oz
Ronnie.
rolled a nat 1. He is out here until someone comes and collects him.
Okay, gotcha.
I am respecting the role.
I just wanted to involve you if you want to be, but the RP is too strong. I understand. All right.
That's okay. I'm just shit posting in the chat here.
That's fair. So at this point, the semifinals are now locked in. It's going to be Finn versus Lone Eye. Ooh, that's going to be crazy. And Wei versus Kel. One of these four will be the champion.
Oh boy. What? How did this happen? How did this happen?
Please let... Well, I don't want to... I mean, I'm not going to root against any. But...
You know, you just want Mr. Jewelry to be in charge.
Yeah, I just want it to be player character versus player character in the end. That's what I really want. All right, Finn, are you ready for your fight? It's gonna make you sparkle with blood like a queen.
I guess.
All right, Lone Eye and Finn take to the center of the ring. Everyone's really excited for this. They just saw Lone Eye clean up against a different tiefling, but they have seen Finn beat everything that's been thrown at her, despite being seated relatively low compared to the others. So they're not sure. But yeah, bets are happening, and at this point, I'd like both of you guys to give me an initiative.
Right.
Okay.
Did it go through?
18.
Okay, cool.
0.15.
Okay, you're going first, Finn, and Lone Eye will come after you. Literally and
Excellent.
figuratively.
No.
Not euphemistically, but he will be coming after you in sequence, and he's gonna come get you in a fight. Not be inappropriate use of that word.
Oh, you've broken my brain. Okay,
You're so used to me being inappropriate that the idea that I wasn't for once. Yeah, I understand. It's unlikely. It's unlikely.
Wonderful. If it's my turn first, the first thing I like to do, I'm just gonna, like, you know, flash my little sparkly dress, my little dress of distraction.
Okay. Okay, and it is the first
There's
time
no
he has
good
seen
at
you in
flash.
this dress,
Gonna,
if
like,
I believe.
smile ominously while I do it.
Okay, so he is distracted for how long as a result of the dress of distraction?
I think it's a full minute.
Yeah, can you post that? Can you click the share thingy in there so I can see it?
Yes, where is it? I have so many things. Wow, it's not on my list.
Oh, I probably have it then. Dress of distraction. When worn, the dress's innate prettiness will impress those who inspect it for the first time, provided that they were within 15 feet of the wearer. When inspecting the dress, the inspector will become enthralled with the dress's prettiness for 30 seconds and unable
30
to look
seconds.
elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's staring at this sparkling dress, and he's just like, "You've done it! You finally sparkled like a queen!" with that, he is going to attempt to embrace you, but it will be a grapple. Okay, so he's going to. Oh, okay. 24 is what you got to be with the with your dex or scarves, I guess.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'll just straight up let that grapple happen and then scarves my way out of it.
Okay, great. As you still have tricks left, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so he grabs you. He grabs onto your shoulders so he can look at the dress up close. Seems weird, but that's what's happening. And as he does so, grabbing onto the fabric, he grabs onto a cleverly placed scarf, and you twirl out of it, and he finds himself holding onto the scarves instead. He looks at the scarves and tries to reel you in, pulling them in, but to no effect as you release them. He is captivated by the dress and slowly, zombie-like, steps forward towards it. It's so glittery!
Cool.
It's like jewelry in motion!
Yeah, I'm gonna treat this like a bull in a ring, right? So I want to try to get him to charge at me, but like then maybe go too far.
Sure,
Step
sure.
out of the ring.
Okay. At present, he is basically in the center of the ring now, and you are about 10 feet away from him. So your back is probably 20 feet from the edge.
Okay.
And yeah, you can. He's slowly lurching towards you. He doesn't seem to be moving at high speeds yet. He just seems to be entranced by the dress and just trying to walk and stare and get closer to it.
Okay. This one's scary. All right. I think I'm just gonna
Shoot him with
Can
your
I,
gun.
I'm just gonna shoot him in the head.
Just fucking Indiana Jones this shit.
I guess. Can I? You said I let go of the scarves already, right?
Well, that was just my editorializing. If you still want to be holding on to them, you can.
Yeah, I want to. If I can, I would have had liked to kept holding on to the scarves,
Sure.
so I can sort of, as hard as I can, yank him towards me and try to slip under to get him closer to the edge of the ring.
Sure. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, I want you to make. This is basically two moves here. First is going to be a athletics versus his athletics with actually I think it's versus his con. So please roll athletics to just yoink him, see if he is taken. He'll be with disadvantage because he is distracted right now. Natural one.
Oh my god.
You yank him, but he's already continuing in that motion. And so he is not pulled forward. But he is slowly moving towards you. You do have enough time with your movement to try to just try to slide through his legs very quickly. If you can pull off a high acrobatics roll.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Okay,
Wow.
you slide
Roll
and
20.
collide with his legs. He's going
Damn.
to make a dex a dex roll. 3. He falls down on
Oh.
top of you, and you take
Oh
You take 2 bludgeoning damage. He is now pinning you to the ground. He is sort of like in a push-up stance over you, staring at the dress. It's a little uncomfortable. He's up in your grill. Incredible sparkles. I must meet the designer. Certainly no one in town. He's mumbling about dress manufacturing and different textiles. Clearly enamored, but his dazed expression is a little bit dreamy and weird to see that close too.
Okay. Sorry about this, buddy. Can I kick him in the crotch?
Yeah, of course. Are you
There were no rules against that.
from where
think-
you're at? I think it would be easier for you to knee him.
Sure. Whatever. Appendage.
As long as it hurts his testes, it's fine.
Yeah.
Didn't Wei hurt his testes like 2 episodes? A lot
Yeah,
of
he landed
testes.
on his
Pattern.
left nard.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so just make a I guess this is a dex too, because it's just a quick motion too. You're not going for force. Is that a
That's
save?
saving throw.
I mean, it's an attack roll, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it is, but we're not doing normal combat rules here. We're just doing sort of. I was trying to give her dex so because she sort of has advantage in the situation because he's distracted, but did not help her based on
Apparently
those
not.
rolls. We just lost
no,
someone,
Oddish.
didn't we? Oddish?
Oddish said
That
he
might
was
have been
having some
Oddish.
internet
He's having-
problems.
Right, he was
Yeah.
telling me about that earlier. I really do like the new Finn artwork. It's very cool. Okay, so you hit him, but it's a grazing blow, just basically in the other leg. He's still like obsessed with the dress at this point. So he's saying yes to the dress. He is going to slowly try to stand up. I can't get a good look at it when we're on the ground like this. He's going to try to pick you up with athletics. And not like really harm you, but just like set you both upright.
Mhm.
Okay, you'll need
Well,
a acrobatics of 24 or higher to
You know what?
evade this.
I don't think I can
Welcome
test
back.
that. He can help me up. That's fine.
Okay.
This is fine.
You just let him help you up, and now you guys are standing. He's got his arms on your shoulder, dreamily staring at the dress. It looks like kind of an awkward slow dance. One mother
Okay.
covers her child's eyes, fearing this might get amorous.
Except he's like 8 feet tall, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It just sort of looks like he's staring at your cleavage. That's why it's uncomfortable, because he's so
Okay.
tall, and he's staring down at the dress. It's a little awkward.
I still have my tricks at my disposal, correct?
I mean, it
Since
hasn't
we
been.
ruled that.
It hasn't been
in-
explicitly said that was wrong. But yeah, I guess you'll have to cross that bridge. I'm not sure if that was a single match ruling or what. But you know,
Time to find out.
Right,
I want to
right.
try to slip one of my handcuffs on one of his armbands. This is getting worse. This is actually just getting worse. The more.
yeah,
Do
they're
it,
love
do it,
handcuffs.
do it.
Why did I have to buy the thematic ones that have pink fluff on them?
What?
I thought for the color, right? It makes sense. But now, oh jeez.
I just. In Finn's mind, she just doesn't want to be hit by this person
Right,
at all.
right. And you know, at
So-
some point, you know, in a round or two, that effect is gonna wear off. And you don't, you know, what you know of Lonai, maybe he wouldn't want to just punch someone in the face in this situation.
But
Maybe
I
he
don't
just-
know him like that, you
Yeah,
know? So.
Yeah, it's unclear. Okay, so you can just try to.
Can I just fully cuff him, like, both hands?
His hands are on your shoulders, and he is distracted.
Right.
All you'd have to do is you have sleight of hand with advantage. So if you want to try to
Okay.
slip both cuffs on his hands, you're trying to cuff religion. That's funny.
Oops. That's not that at all.
Okay,
Oh.
with the 17,
Arnicles.
yeah, you easily slip the cuffs on. His hands are cuffed to one another now. His eyes blink like the effect is slowly wearing off. He looks at them. These sparkle too, but not as nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
I wanna.
let me push you out of the ring so that we can talk more about dress designers. He's gonna try to push you backwards, not in a way that it like hurts or does any damage, but just slowly, just like push you backwards on your feet, standing towards the edge of the ring. He's gonna do an athletics, which is d20 plus 5 for him. 15. So you'll need a dex or acrobatics
Okay.
of 15 or higher to get out of
I'll
this.
save, right?
You can just do straight acrobatics since this is a grapple, or you can do a dex save, whichever you'd like. 21.
Okay, I'll
You
take that.
easily roll out of it, keeping a little bit of distance between you. You're currently about, at this point, you're sort of like 15 feet away from the edge of the ring, and he's slowly walking towards you. You have about 5 feet between you guys, and he's sort of like zombie-like wandering towards you right now. You have enough time that you can make a move on him if you would like to.
Mm-hmm. He's already cuffed, right?
Yes,
So
he is
it's-
cuffed still.
It's either get him out of the ring or get him to tap out, right? Are the rules?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Just checking.
He would have to cry uncle. It would have to be of his own volition. It's not clear whether or not he would be able to tap out in his distracted phase, but
Okay, I'm gonna try to, for now, just sort of trip him, I
Sure.
guess. Yeah.
okay, roll acrobatics, and he will contest with athletics. Okay. Okay, this will be plus 5 to this. So 16, he just misses it.
Okay.
He falls to the ground, taking a little bit of damage, and it's a little awkward trying to get up because he is still handcuffed together. With that,
Okay.
we are at our break time. Shall we take our break and come back and finish this one?
Sure.
Okay, we will be right back.
Check this out. Wow. This is how I French kiss. Wow. Oh! Fuck! No! Why would they do this? Why would they do this? You see what you do when you distract me? There's no SSRI that's powerful enough to stop this game.
Gonna have to play the Burbs again. So I better give this the old college. Mr. Sega away team, I'd like you to explain what happened there, please.
Grab. Can I go on top of this? What's nice is that this is the kind of game where if you do think of something like this to do, they give you a great reward like this. There's no way down. I've just soft locked the game. Fuck. Okay, great. All right, so now we're at the place that I've PB'd on. This part. Where you legit can't see the platforms before you jump. What? What the fuck? I hate this part so much. No! Hey guys, look, it's Bug's fat ass. So you're welcome. No. But what if I want to be down here? I'm an idiot. Okay. No! I just fucking did it! No! At least I get to watch this insane motion sickness again. No! No, 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 no! No! I was still spamming jump! Man, this is a crazy long way. Eh? Oh, there's no timer either. What? It's sort of like how if I hear something that sounds like my grandmother's fingernails clawing on the glass outside my window, I get a little upset because that happened a lot when I was a kid. It's for dementia. But don't worry, they caught her eventually, so. It's a pretty mean little section there. Eat. Oh! 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 What the fuck? Ah! 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 You fucking asshole. They are not putting me back all this way. This is like 45 minutes of waiting. And then they put me in front of the spikes? God! Perfect. Is this a cheat on my wife minigame? Love fireworks and Ferris wheel. Oh my god. The lady needs a back massage. She will guide you.
A little bit right, a little bit down, a little bit right, a little bit down.
I'm gonna...
Right, a little bit down, a little bit right, a little bit down. Oh, just a tiny, oh, just a tiny bit. There.
I'm not having an affair. I'm just giving a colleague a massage.
Ooh, you dirty old man.
What? Must win sex. I am the king of sex.
Oh, yes, you're the best.
Wow, the sex was so good she killed herself. Look behind you, you'll find a surprise. What? Of course. That's the price of his sin. It all makes sense, just like the Bible.
As a mosquito, there is something that you naturally have to do. You have to suck blood. You must suck and store away as much human blood as possible.
What the fuck
in
is
order
this?
to survive the winter.
By jumping over him, I can do anything I want. No. Haha! He's a better man than any human I've known. No! No! I was right there! I'm carrying too many items. Oh no, my arm! Where did it go? No! Oh, there it is. Okay. It's okay when the perverts of chat do it, but when you do it, it's wrong. Wait, is this actually happening? Oh my god! Wait! Wait, why? Why did her boobs grow? Oh, I found a new power. Check this out. Wow, wow. Guys, this is how I French kiss. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, oh, fuck. No! Why would they do this? Why would they do this? You see what you do when you distract me? There's no SSRI that's powerful enough to stop this game. Gonna have to play the Burbs again. So I better give this the old college. Mr. Sega Away Team, I'd like you to explain what happened there, please. Grab. Nice, Can I go on top of this? What's nice is that this is the kind of game where if you do think of something like this to do, they give you a great reward like this. All right, bringing you guys back from mute. Okay, we are back. So Finn, you are still in contact, or in a contest of strength and agility with Lonai. I am in a contest of strength and agility with this cat, who is being very, very persnickety.
Oh, look at her face.
Baby!
Look at her. She's like, what's going on? What's up?
Aw. Meowth has never done anything wrong, ever.
I wish that
Never.
was true.
Innocent.
Finnocent.
Innocent. Innocent.
Innocent.
For the inevitable trial episode, Finnocent would be a good title. You think I'm joking. That's the funny thing.
I mean, Fabian is kind of like a Q character, so.
Oh,
you know.
totally. Totally.
Innocent and Roncept.
The Ron Sept of Innocence. That sounds like a 2000s period drama.
Whose turn is it? And also, what position are we in, platonically?
What position has been assumed?
Assume the position is back.
I fear it will never leave.
Never left.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
My nightmares have come true.
Oh man. I don't fully remember. I think it is he's slowly wearing off of this thing. You
Okay.
tripped him, right?
I did. So he's on the ground, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, cool. I'm asking for DM confirmation.
I am
I
pretty
would like
sure.
to.
Yeah, because you rolled acrobatics with advantage. I rolled 11, which means your last move succeeded, which knocked him on the ground. I just wanted to let you know you just made me choke on my tea. Wait, which part? Assume the
Which
position.
There is now tea all over my screen.
no.
Oh
Oh,
no! See, this is why we should have had
When-
an all camera stream. That would have been great.
When
content
D&D
right
hits too good.
there. Assume the position. All right. All right. So technically, I guess
Okay.
it is his turn, right? Because so he's going to crawl
Yeah.
towards you and try to grab at your legs, basically. So he's going to do a athletics. This is going to be +5 to whatever this is. So 25, natural 20. He's grabbed onto your legs.
Wow.
He's grabbed
Shit.
onto your ankles, basically. He's on the ground. You've got about, what is it? I think at this point, I think it's 15 feet to the back of the ring right now. And he's got you. With the natural 20, he just latched on. How do you want to handle this? You
So
can
theoretically, this is a grapple.
Yeah, it is.
Yes?
Yeah, he is
Cool.
grappling you.
I'm gonna scarves again.
Okay. How many trick slots
there's-
do you have left?
I have 4 left. I've only used 2.
Oh, really? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because it's a different day than.
Yep, we long rested.
Okay. So yeah, you can scarves out of this again. he's left pulling at the scarves instead, and now but
Rolling around.
If you move too far back, you would be up against the side or up against the back of the ring. So I assume you want to make like a lateral move to sort of get some distance while also keeping a little bit of space.
Yeah. I actually would love to like take the scarves and then like try to get behind him and like choke him out.
yeah. Okay, sure. Okay.
But
so,
I'll while I'm doing it, I'm like, hey, this will make some really good show. Like, you know, like it'll make us sparkle a lot.
sparkling.
And then I
yes.
just like tighten the scarves around his neck.
Okay, make a sleight of hand to wrap them around him while he's distracted with advantage. Natural 1.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
with advantage,
I'm
though,
angry.
so
Roll
roll
20.
again.
Oh, thank God.
22.
Cool.
Okay, 1-1 is much worse. Okay, so that wasn't someone banging their way into the room. That was Meowth closing the door like a velociraptor in reverse. I just got new door handles because my old ones were locking me in my own room.
Oh no.
Yike.
Anyway, yeah, you successfully wrap these around him. He's holding on to one end, staring at you as you move around, compulsively grabbing onto this thing, and inadvertently is complicit in his own choking. You grab the other end from his hand, and now you are choking him out. He is still staring at the dress. You realize you probably only have another round before he pulls out of this stupor that he's in. However, yeah, I can't use the toy if you were pulling it out of my hands. Okay. And as a result of this, you might be able to fully either choke him out or drag him in this situation. It just depends how you want to handle this.
I'm gonna put all my eggs in the choking him out basket for now, I think. because I have such little time left on the dress, I think I'm just gonna, do it for Kel, and I'm just gonna pull as hard as I can and try to knock him unconscious.
Okay. Give me a straight athletics.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, 11. Let's see what his... 6!
This is for you, Kel.
Despite...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You rolled low, but he contested less because he is so distracted by this. And eventually, he's too vascular and strong to allow this to really give him permanent brain damage, as it might otherwise if you were a normal person. But he just slowly passes out as a result
She's
of
like
this.
breathing heavily. She's like a little like mad with power, maybe in this moment.
Everyone is staring at you expectantly. Darius seems to be doing so as well.
I won. She does like a little cute pose.
Technically you haven't. You can't cry uncle because he's unconscious. He seems to be snoring peacefully.
That's he's out though. You knocked the guy
Just roll
out,
him
right?
out.
That's how...
Just roll him out.
Oh fuck!
Roll
All right,
him
she'll try
out.
like using
Roll him
all
out.
of her body strength. We'll just
Roll
try to
him out.
slowly keep him out of the ring.
with
The
much
second strongest person in the party.
as you roll him out, he slowly wakes up. It becomes very tense for a moment, like he might regain
Oh my
consciousness.
God.
Just as he gets rolled over the side, he grabs your wrist and looks at you and makes eye contact. But he's already over the line. He looks at you, and he looks very angry, and he's like, "That's one pretty dress." And then he passes out again.
Wow, Finn's out here making enemies.
That was the most threatening compliment I've ever gotten.
Finn is the winner, inexplicably, and once again, he holds your hand high in the air. What an impressive
Hell
feat
yeah.
of ingenuity
Throw more
and
business cards.
dress work.
to the
Yeah,
ground.
do another florist. See who you kill this time. roll performance.
Oh, performance.
Yeah. 19.
Woo!
Okay, they go flying in the air, shimmering in the air, somehow creating a rainbow in the sky. Everyone catches them happily.
Happy Bride.
Finn wins semifinal round 1.
Can Ronnie have been like done a loop through wherever people are and done any stabilizing that needs, but then go look for Oz?
Oh, sure, yeah. You saw Oz, the general direction in which Oz ran into town. Please make a, I guess, investigation check to just sort of see if you can find any, loose feathers or anything.
Cool. I cannot.
You cannot. You continue wandering for a little bit until you try to find him. You can make another check later on. But for now, you're sort of just wandering through town trying to get any sense of where Oz is. So next up is Finn, who will be in the championship match versus whoever wins this next encounter between Wei.
Oh, we know who's gonna win.
I'll gulps.
Kel is watching. Oh god.
All right, Kel and Darvis or whatever, step forward.
Who the fuck is Darvis? And then
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know, man.
hand
That's what that
300
lady called you.
You just trust random strangers? I hand 300 gold to Affinity and in Thieves' Cant. I'm just... What it sounds like to everybody else is just like... Or yeah, he just says like, you know what to do.
She goes and immediately buys
Before
herself
Ryan left,
another
they
pretty
patted
dress.
Kel on the shoulder and said, "You got this."
Kel
She
Kel sees Wei give the money but doesn't understand what's going on, and Kel sighs and is like, "You're probably right." He'll give Finn 100 and be like, "You should probably bet against me too."
No, Kel. She'll take the money slowly. You got this. You got this.
She's like, I could never do that, and puts the money in her pocket.
And Way's gonna hop up to the arena and then point to Kel and be like, Kel, I thought I was the cool friend. What the hell? You were hiding your Riz from me this whole time. This cannot stand.
The crowd murmurs in confusion.
Kel will tattoo it away. Are we doing a bit? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, man, we're doing a bit. We're playing. I'm
oh.
hamming it up. Don't worry. We got this. This is gonna be fun.
Okay. Yes, it was your mistake to underestimate me, Kelken, this whole time.
The crowd roars.
And then Way is gonna tattoo to Finn, like, tell me whatever shit you're going to bet on. I'll try and make it happen.
All he hears back is, "Fuck yeah."
All right. I need you guys to give me initiatives for this fight. And what are the bets you guys are placing specifically?
Kel's bet 100 against himself.
Well, Kel handed a bunch of money to Finn.
Yeah, so he
That's
doesn't
true,
get to say
So-
what happens.
Way is handing the money to Finn, and what he's trying to have happen is that Finn calls out crazy shit, like Kel makes Way do a flip, like just like very specific things that are gonna throw the odds out of whack. So he'll do them, and then they make money.
Like, this person's gonna hit a field goal in the 17th minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Advanced betting.
Okay.
I'm so happy that Ronnie is gone.
All right. So, yeah. So you're placing bets on specific weird things that, that you will do.
To the best of my ability.
Okay. Very well. Can you name a few of these things?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Well, yeah. Does Way have bets of his own, or is this where Finn comes into the picture?
I think the idea is
I
you
think
guys are
Way would give a
communicating
couple-
being the tattoos, right? And so you're coordinating
Yeah.
this so you can try to win. But the only way it would make sense the only way you could get away with this without being in the obvious state taking a dive is if it involves Kelken. Like, for example, you couldn't say, like, I bet Way will do a somersault. You know, because you could just
I got you.
You could coordinate that so easily. Who would take that bet? Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I bet he knocks Kel prone with an uppercut, or I bet he sweeps Kel's leg, and or I bet he beats Kel, or I bet Kel wins in under this amount of time. Like, those are things you could potentially coordinate. So maybe to make this easier. You tell me 3 things or 2 to 3 things. How much money did you give? 500? 300?
I gave Way gave 300 gold. He was going to do a 3-way split between Finn, himself, and Cal.
Okay, gotcha.
I gave
LOL.
I gave Finn 100 on top of
I
that.
just got a free $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So specifically, what are the bets that Finn is placing?
Okay. In that case, one of the bets Finn is placing is that Kel fist bumps Way so hard he falls.
Okay. Yeah, you have I guess
I will tattoo that to Way.
Okay, gotcha.
Fist bumps or just like a punch?
I mean, specifically fist bumps, but like a punch to the hand, perhaps, is also a fist bump.
Okay. And let's get 2 more predictions to make this spicy.
One of us clotheslines each other?
I like that.
Okay. And what is the third one?
I've got Kel sits on way.
Oh, Kel sits on way? I was gonna say Kel throws way.
Yeah, or throws way somewhere very far.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
Okay, I wrote it down in chat.
Kel
Misplaced
throws or
garbage
sits
can.
on way. Okay. All right. And with that, the bets are placed, and you guys can begin. The initiative rolls are Kel with 19, so Kel will go first, and Wei with 8. You guys are standing against each other or opposing each other in the center of the ring. Kel, you are first to act. What would you like to do?
Okay. Kel is reluctant to lay hands on his homie Wei, so he's just after I guess the bell goes off, he's gonna throw some dust in Wei's face and be like, "I'm gonna get some dirt in your eye."
Like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3. Let's get some mud in that eye. Okay, wait. Can you describe the action again?
I guess just like as soon as the bell goes off, I don't know what the starting mechanism for this is, but he's just gonna drop down, pick up some sand, and like whoosh up
Okay.
into
Okay.
Wei's face.
Make a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, sleight of hand.
Okay. Please contest that with a dex save, I guess, in this case. Or an acrobatics. Or,
Can I
let it
use a
happen.
dex save without my pally bonus?
What's your pally bonus? Oh,
It's a
without
+4.
the +4. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the fairest way to do it too, since you don't want to be activating your aura. Okay, so you easily definitely step out of the way as the dust goes sailing past and lands towards the edge of the arena. What would you like to do to fight Kel Wei?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go to punch him.
Okay. Please make an
And-
athletics.
Oh, athletics. Well, I guess it's the same mod.
Yeah, it's the same mod. Okay, a 5. Kel, please use either your athletics or your I guess acrobatics in this point to either parry or dodge this thing.
Okay.
5
So
and
close.
4. Okay, you take the hit.
Technically, it's 1 damage.
It's 1
Technically
damage.
it is.
But in the context of this, we're using d8s to represent damage in this. So if it's only normally a 1 damage, then it would be. Let's roll a d8 for that.
Wait, does that mean Kel is incapable theoretically of doing damage with an unarmed strike because he has a -1 strength?
No, I think it would just mean we're just since this is a different kind of non-traditional.
If you have a -2 to strength, that means you heal somebody.
You heal someone when you hit.
Live!
You raise the dead.
Somewhere in town.
Okay, so you take 3 damage from that, 3 bludgeoning damage. All right, you've just been punched by Wei. How are you going to respond?
He's slightly hurt, like emotionally, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, Wei through the tattoos like, Kel, I'm gonna heal you. Yeah,
I didn't.
you got this, man. You got this.
I shouldn't expect you to pull your punches. This is, of course, a completely legitimate fight, and
Yes.
he's
We're giving it our all, man.
he's gonna let's see. He's gonna try and be fancy with it because Wei's also slightly fancy with it. He's gonna try and do like a sweep of Wei's legs to try and get him to face plant so that he can sit on him.
Okay, great.
Is this also in athletics?
Sweeping the leg is a dexterity acrobatics based on how we've been rolling it for this.
Okay. Well, my
Okay.
God.
Can I get
5.
the help action?
Yeah, you can if you
If I
want to
see
fail
what he's
it.
doing?
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
I
if
do.
you just want to fail it, you can. You can go along with it.
Yeah, I want to fail it.
Okay, so he sweeps your leg and you go down. He gives you just like a tiny kick and you immediately go down. Make a deception
My
to sell
Achilles!
this.
Deception.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
What is this, men's soccer? Damn.
Ah, yeah, you're flopping hard.
Mhm.
Everyone is like, Kel's a monster with this tiny kick. All right, you're on the ground. Wei, what would you like to do?
How do I get Kel to clothesline me?
Well, you do have to. This is above table. If you want to cash in on your bet, you do need to let me sit on you for a bit, I guess.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
don't know that's the bet. So the question is,
I don't know that. Yeah.
How likely is that to happen? Unless you knew. Probably not. Very
Oh wait.
likely.
Wei's like, Kel, since this is like we're all in good fun, do you want to like ham it up? Do you want to like sit on me and make it like a good show, and then I'll wrestle you off? We'll punch each other for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have no problem with it. Just, as long as we actually like get this on
Yeah,
the road.
yeah.
Like we're just playing it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're just hamming it up.
The crowd watches you guys think at each other very hard.
Yeah, Wei is like clutching at his ankle, and I think he's gonna like try and fake standing up, but like falters. Maybe he'll try and sweep Kel's legs.
Okay. Give me a dexterity or acrobatics.
Dex or ac.
Okay, 13 versus Kel's. Give me a athletics or acrobatics to contest this. 20. Oh yeah, you easily skip over it, and now you're within sitting range if that is your choice.
Kel like wags his finger and does the like the. You shouldn't have done that. Like just to ham it up with the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd's like, oh.
Like he turns around to face them and just like trust falls backwards, kind of to like land on top of
Oh my god, he
Wei.
trust falls thinking that Wei's gonna catch him, but just fully falls on him.
So are you sitting on him or are you falling complete body on him?
Well,
That's a sit.
complete body because it's more wrestling. It's an homage to wrestling. But then
Okay.
I'll sit up
Okay. yeah.
once I'm down. So
All right,
I'll be
do
sitting on
a
him.
athletics roll, and I assume Wei, you're gonna let this happen.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to let that happen.
You just sort of fall forward on top of
Can
him
I-
and slump on him.
I hit my head on the ground.
I heal him so he's not concussed. Very subtly.
Yeah, you fall forward, and you just sort of like. Well, no, you don't fall forward. You fall backward because you're sort of doing a trust fall onto him, but it's not very impressive. It's not a cool wrestling move. You just sort of like flop onto him and then sit up slightly, fulfilling the requirements of the bet.
Yeah, Way's hamming it up. He's like scrambling like a cat trying to not be held. Just trying to get out from under him.
Okay, yeah, Way's putting on hamming it up. And Affinity, how much did you put down? Did you put down Kel's money too, or just the 300?
I just put down the 300.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, you could just say that I lost the money on the fight, right? Nobody has to know.
Right.
And she comes
Yeah,
back with a new
no one
camera.
has to know.
Okay, so you get you get sit on, and Wei, you're just writhing in pain under his butt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kel, what do you want to do next?
First off, just mind tattoo Wei and be like, "Hey, are you okay? That didn't hurt too much, did it?"
I'm a little squished, but it's fine. I've dealt with worse.
Okay. When are you gonna like start fighting back and stuff?
Yeah, I can do it now.
Okay. In the spirit of a fair competition, Kel will just kind of get up and let Wei stand up so he can ready himself. Kel does still think this is an actual fight, despite the
God.
hamming it up.
Okay,
Yeah,
you stand up. You guys are both face to face. Darius is hamming it up now too. Both competitors have returned to the center, facing off, ready to take this to the next level.
I imagine I'm picturing like Kel helping Way up too, and Way's just like, "Damn you! You fight with such honor."
Kel pushes up his glasses. They glint in the sunlight.
Of course. All right, what would you like to
do?
Is it
Kel's?
my turn or
Oh,
wifey?
do? Well, I think because you both
Yeah, my
stood
thing was
up.
kind of just stand up and
Yeah,
let
you haven't
Wei
really
get up.
done anything yet, so I think it's still you.
Yeah, Way's like, "Do you want to hit me now?"
You guys are both. I mean, you guys are kind of coordinating this, so at this point, it's not. It's not
Kel's
clear.
actually gonna do an insight check real quick to just because this is not going the way he expected it to at all.
17.
Oh.
Does he?
Do I need to
Kind
roll a
of.
deception?
I don't think so, because this
I-
is his insight versus what's going on. At this point, you saw it's flashing, all the pieces are coming together in your head. The bets from Wei, Finn placing them, you giving them money, not really understanding, assuming it was for they don't believe in me reasons, and flashing back to Ronnie earlier, in what you know you were going full out, but it never felt fully like Ronnie was full strength. And you're starting to
Right.
realize your friends are letting you win.
His eyes slowly narrow, and Wei standing right in front of him. I don't know if you know that I figured it out. Are you?
Should I insight for that?
I mean, it's up to you if you would like to. You see his eyes
I'm going to.
narrowing. Yeah, you can tell. You know Kel well enough to realize what's happened. You know the jig is up.
I thought we were trying. I thought you were trying.
I mean, I am trying just a little bit of a different goal.
What do you mean?
Oh my
Two
god, this
W's.
is Kel's villain arc.
Finn has no one in the party in the crowd now to like look to and be like, ugh.
You're just looking at Chungo.
No. I'm
The
fine.
goal? was to win a lot of money and for you to win the fight.
Some kid in the sidelines is like, do something! You guys have just been
Finn
staring
in the
at each other.
tattoo, Chakel is gonna be like, hit him.
Finn to both of them at once.
Yeah, right.
Oops, sorry, I forgot to
either
turn off
way.
group chat.
Kel hears that. He looks away and is like, I want to feel sorry about this, but I don't think I am. And he'll take a swing away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make athletics versus ways.
I'm gonna
acrobatics.
miss this big time.
Natural 0.
Can I use my inspiration on this?
No. No.
to try to help him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Let him
Okay.
roll.
I don't think.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
Mr. Wade dives into the way of Kel's fist.
Yeah, I think that's all you could do. Kel is winding up so angrily, but he still has this like feeling of guilt inside of him that like, you know, it's like he feels like he's right to his anger is righteous, but he still isn't sure if he wants to take
And I
that
die
anger out
for
on
it.
a
I
friend.
want it. He just,
Yeah.
Dive.
And so
yeah, you just see like a.
this
oh,
is
sorry.
what happens. Kel does a like charge up fighting character with like the little Mac like but he swings so hard he misses and loses his balance. But Wei, you
Wait,
sort of
can I
like
fist bump him in this? Try to fist bump him in this one.
you can try. You can certainly try. Yeah, try to give me an acrobatics to try to nail this. This is actually going to be a little bit awkward. Okay, yes, with 22, you perform a glancing
it.
blow on his fist to try to punch him, but it hits his fist instead. And Kel sort of like trips backwards and falls on top of you, sitting on you once again and knocking you down. Okay.
Okay, so that punch doesn't actually do any damage to Wei, right? The swing.
No, it doesn't. You just sort of fall on top of him, and he makes contact with your fist and fist bumps you down.
Okay.
Wei, it's
Well, I guess
your
that
move.
was my turn.
You are currently being sit on once again.
I'm going to try and grapple Kel.
Okay.
That's acrobatics, right?
No, you're using athletics to grapple. It's acrobatics to get out of him or try to avoid.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, at 15, Kel, you've got to use athletics or acrobatics to try to beat it. 1, okay, you were being grappled by Wei. Wei has his arms around your waist now while you sit on him.
I should have known it would come to this.
The rules are.
You are my
strange.
brother, Kelkin! I loved you!
Careful, Wei, you have the lower ground.
I never wanted it to come to this way.
We have
Kelsey.
to finish this, Kel!
On that, we can agree.
I know what I have to do.
But I don't know if I
believe
have
you.
the strength to do it literally. I literally don't think I have the strength to do it.
Oh my god.
Will
Is
you
that-
Believe in the
Body
me that
catching all
believes
that?
in you, Kelkin.
tonight?
What
Tonight?
if I don't believe in me, Wei?
This is all happening in their heads, and everyone's just watching two grown men spooning
No,
on the ground.
No, I have been like shouting this.
Okay,
This is,
great.
Again, like yeah.
Someone
Okay.
in the audience, kiss.
If you
okay.
don't believe in me,
Wait, you're successfully taking Kel from behind as he sits on you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No
Mhm.
question.
Yeah, can I try and now that I've kind of like got him grappled, can I get out from under him?
I mean, it would take some athletics to do that, because it would require you standing up and forcing him up while maintaining control over him. So yeah, I would say roll athletics to see if you can do that.
All right.
Okay, 14. Kel, I assume you're going to combat or try to.
100%. What is it? Contested athletics.
You can do athletics or acrobatics here. Okay, yeah,
Okay, well.
he uses you basically like a pillar and is holding on to you, but then stepping up, pushing up with his legs. You guys are currently you're kind of in a weird like kneeling position, Kel, and he's got you from behind, basically arms wrapped around your waist right now. You guys have made very little progress of moving either person to the edges of the ring. You guys are about 25 feet from the edge right now, because you also recentered
But is the
yourself.
crowd entertained?
They
How
are.
is the crowd?
As soon as you started shouting at each other, everybody started getting more into it. The awkward, like slow moving combat you guys were doing, plus all of the lengthy stairs, was deeply uncomfortable, and they all got weirded out. But then, as you started vocalizing all of your pent up emotions towards each other, it seemed like a true grudge match, and they all got really into it. So they're all cheering and hooting at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I think, is that my move?
Yes, that is your move. Kel, it's your turn now.
So, I'm grappled, which means my movement speed is 0, or...
Yes.
I think it's...
You are currently... No, actually, your movement speed is not... You're not restrained. Your movement speed's halved. So you can still move. You were just... It's
Okay.
difficult terrain while grappled, basically.
I'm going to, like, try and limp dramatically, like, face all worn with dust towards the edge. Like, I'm trying to physically just drag away with every ounce of strength I have.
Okay, are you moving so that you will be closer to the edge than him at the end? Like, you're in front of him, basically, towards the
Well, I
edge.
don't think I'll make it to the end, especially
No.
if I'm grappled. So at this point, I don't think I'm concerned about where I'm placed. I'm just trying to get him closer to the edge.
Okay, so with 15 feet of movement, yeah, you get to be about 10 feet away, Way still hanging on at this point, trudging away. While this is happening, Way, or do you want to try to combat it somehow, or are you just going to let it happen?
Yeah, I think I am gonna let it happen. I'm gonna, like, try and fake like I'm fighting it, just so that the fight can have a little bit more traction and, again, like, generate the audience hype.
Okay, make an athletics to contest it. 2, okay, you were struggling, but to no avail, you were being pulled along.
Yeah, he's a foot taller than me.
You have a split second to try to make an attack on him to either break free or do some damage to him, catch him off guard. What would you like to do, Way?
Trying to think. I've got him grappled.
Yeah, you're basically bear hugging his waist, and he is trudging forward like a guy walking through the snow.
I kind of... So he's 15 feet away. Okay, I think what I want to do is, like...
By the end of this, he's going to be only 10 feet away, where he's placed
Okay.
now.
I want to shove him, but I don't want to shove him enough to make him... or at least want to fake that I'm... I want a little shove.
Okay, sure. Okay, make athletics to try to push him forward, 5 feet towards the edge, but not out. Okay, 13. All right, combat that, Kel, with either athletics or acrobatics. Okay, acrobatics, you dodge out of the way. Way moves forward. You guys are side by side now, 10 feet away. He has released you from the grapple. It's up to you now, Kel.
Look at us. two brothers, now facing each other as enemies. Who would have thought it would come to this?
Just when the guild was getting started.
Mommy, what are they talking about?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try like just. I still feel like I have the size advantage, and I don't think I'm properly realizing I'm weaker than Wei is. So I'm gonna try and bodily pick him up and huck him over the side of the ring.
I just imagined this was Sully fighting Mike Wazowski, and it makes so much sense.
Yep.
Always watching. Okay, so yeah, give me an athletics check to just try to chuck him out of the ring. 7. Contest that way.
Yeah.
14. Okay, yeah, you try to hoist him, but he is holding fast. He's not giving an inch as you kind of
Would
are
it be
locked in the
possible for me
grapple.
to clothesline him, or
You guys are. Let's see. He tries to hoist you. A clothesline is typically done with a little bit of movement, right?
yeah, yeah?
Um,
I'm imagining he like lurched at me, and then I like kind of jump up and kind of like force
think-
my upper arm into his neck.
you guys aren't currently grappled. He tries to hoist you, and you shoved him off. So you can get a little bit of. You can back up a little bit and then charge him and attempt to clothesline him.
Yes, I would like to do this.
Okay, give me athletics.
Ooh.
Natural 1. you rush forward to clothesline him. He steps out of the way, and you step out of the ring.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, I just imagine like Wei realizes that he's over the line, he turns back and he like reaches an arm out to Kelka and he's like and then like Tattoo like, that wasn't fake, brother.
Kel squints at him again and says, "Fine, but you owe me a fight later."
Oh yeah, kick my ass. Lance.
Miss Affinity picks up, I think, $160 off those bets.
Ooh.
Hey,
But in addition to, you get your 300 back, but you make 160 profit off of those bets.
beautiful.
Ooh, stinky cat.
This has been a good day for me, guys.
Oh, me
Says
too.
no one.
I say to the crowd and Way on the floor.
Okay. Kel is the winner! And that means it is going to be a Sahuligan versus Sahuligan final. Finn versus Kel. Who's gonna win? The crowd is
Oh.
split. They don't know which one is going to win, but they are excited about it. They ask both of you guys to step in the center for the final contest.
Okay. Honestly, this whole scheme is going against Finn's competitive nature. However, the lad must make it to the final.
The lad's got it. Yeah.
the lad-
Wei just looks at the face that Affinity's making. He's just like, he's gotta do it, Finn. You gotta do it.
I think Kel truly thinks. I think Kel truly thinks that you're not going to throw this because the last time we faced off in a competition, he saw how scary Finn gets when she wants to
You
win.
mean the Mario Party
Yeah.
contest?
Yeah, the board game.
When I was super normal about that whole thing, yeah, totally.
At least I can
Okay.
trust you, Finn. You'd never throw just for the sake of it.
All right,
course
you
not.
two. Let's have a good, clean fight out there. None of those stupid magic tricks. Just good old-fashioned wrestling. This is for the final. We want a special champion, all right?
Sure, sounds good to me. She'll like even do like the act of like cracking her knuckles and like stretching up the neck a bit, you know?
Kel tries to imitate that.
Finn, give me a dex save real quick.
Against your own neck.
Against my neck, yeah.
Okay. Finn, you narrowly avoid being hit in the face with a spoiled tomato from someone in the crowd.
Someone, I wonder who.
You hear Sapphire cursing and running away. Also from the sidelines, you see Ali Sin cheering you on, Cal. Do it, and I'll give you that thing you only get on your birthdays.
Oh my god.
I need you to know that I have no idea what she's talking about.
Oh, I know. I don't know about the rest of the crowd, but that's a problem for later.
All right. I need you guys
All
both
right,
to give
initiative,
me
right?
initiative, please.
Let's go. Oh, oof. Okay.
Okay, 6. Okay, Cal, you are first to act. You guys are face to face in the center of the arena.
So, like, is it cool if, like, I tackle you?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Hey, that's my line. Or it's Mercer's line. Okay, roll athletics to tackle Finn. 5. Okay, you've got to beat that 5 with either athletics or acrobatics.
I wonder.
Or athletics.
17. Okay, he tries to tackle you, but you grab his arms, and you guys are currently locked up, basically head to head. No one is fully grappled yet, but you guys are. Finn has successfully deflected your grab.
I feel like she's maybe just sort of like met where his hands were at and is sort of just trying to like push back, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's how I immediately
And-
imagined it, but it's
but
not
then
a
I
real
guess-
grapple. It's sort of just
Yeah. So we're holding hands platonically. I'm gonna then
Why I asked for permission before we did this.
sort of like let my hands go and push Kel down to make it look like I'm like trying to, get him on the ground as much as I can.
Okay, so you're trying to shove him prone, basically, right?
Yeah.
All right, make an athletics. All right, contested Cal. 20 is the number
no.
to beat. Not natural, but dirty. A dirty 20. Cal?
I'm back. Sorry. I don't know.
Oh,
I
it
missed
cut
everything
out?
You guys said. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
All
it
right,
just
please
cut out.
contest that athletics with either athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics it is.
Or, okay, she forces you
God
down
fucking
onto
damn
the
it.
ground. You are now prone. She is standing over you. Pathetic.
I will never yield.
Finn almost feels like guilty.
Wait, as you're watching this, you get a horrible flashback to Sapphire doing the same thing to you as a kid. You shake it off.
I can't let her win.
That's what this is really about. Okay, Cal, how would you like to respond?
He doesn't like. He's immediately gonna get up and. Okay. Finn is very dexterous, much more dexterous than Kel, but he's going to try taking a leaf out of her book anyway. He's gonna get up and just to make it look spicy, try and do a backflip,
Okay, do acrobatics.
just to try and throw her off.
Okay, 15.
Oh.
You surprisingly, you jump backwards in the air and land perfectly. You basically pull up off the ground into a crouch and then spring up and land. It's not a real backflip, but it is still impressive athletics or acrobatics. So you are facing her. You've got about 20 feet behind you to the edge of the ring. You've cleared a little bit of space for yourself. But she's coming at you. Finn, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to play this as like I want to make it look like I'm really trying in the beginning, and then I'm gonna like pull some shit so that it looks like Kel has a really heroic
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. You're trying to make it look
end
real.
there.
You're
Right.
trying to
so
make
I
it look
think
fake.
I'm trying to make it look real. You know, it's all for the show. I'm just gonna try to punch Kel, and maybe also in my mind I'm get him angry enough. Maybe he will just throw me out of the ring. So I think
Right.
I'm just gonna try to uppercut Kel right now.
Okay. Okay. Try to uppercut Kel. Give me an athletics. Okay, 16. Kel, contest that. 9. Okay,
Oh
so
no,
she
Kel.
she socks you in the jaw. Give me a. I mean, with that difference, give me a roll 2d8 for me, Finn.
Okay, 2d8. Oh goodness.
3. Okay, you take 3 bludgeoning damage from this slobber knocker to the jaw. Kel, what would you
I'm
like
at
to do?
69 hit points.
There you go.
Kel spits some blood out of his mouth onto the ground and grins. So that's what I like to see. He will. Okay, he's going to just like kind of brace himself and run at Finn to like shoulder check her, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
just full body.
Yeah, you're
check
going for
Finn.
the football tackle, or the American football
Yeah.
tackle, I should say. Okay, give me athletics on that. 2.
I truly
okay.
must stop doing anything.
I mean, what can you do? You only have a -1, and you gotta, Okay. Finn, please give me a 2 or higher on athletics or acrobatics.
A 2 or higher. We got this.
3.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she literally can't roll less than
Part of
that.
me
Okay.
really thought that we were calling for the nat 1.
I mean, yeah, that one is
They called me.
literally the only way. So, okay. So, yeah, you guys lock up once again, holding hands angrily. You guys are maybe 25 feet from the back because you've closed the
Okay.
distance a little bit. But now you're locked
Can
up
I
again.
like? At this point, I'm doing too well, so I think I'm gonna just like pretend like to buckle under like Kel and just be like, try to like act like I'm like losing grip a bit, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Make a deception check. Okay, great. So you successfully act like he's crushing your fingers between his. So you cry out in fake pain and sort of buckle slightly, your knees weakening.
Oh my god, Finn, are you okay?
And the tattoo. Yep, just fine. She's like again trying to.
You're
act
coughing
like
in your
she's being
mind
helped.
to sell
Yeah,
it.
I'm coughing in my mind.
I think I got the black lung pops. It's such a
That's all for
funny
the vibe.
concept. It's like when you have a stomach ache on the phone and you have to call off work, so you cough. That's what's happening.
I'm sick.
Yeah. Duh, I'm a mouse. Okay. So, Kel, how do you want to do this? Not how do you
Okay,
want to do this,
seeing-
but what do you want to do?
Right. I mean, I guess if we have like our arms locked together and he sees Finn buckle, he's gonna try and do this specifically so I can roll acrobatics. Do the thing where like he clenches her hands tighter and spins around to kind of, you know how
You're gonna give her an airplane
With
ride,
the-
basically. Well, not really an airplane
Basically.
ride, but you're
yeah,
gonna
and try and build momentum and then let go to send her kind of
yeah.
maybe
You're
not
picking her up
flying,
by the arms, but this would be athletics. This wouldn't be acrobatics, because
Okay.
acrobatics would be you doing something acrobatic. This is
What if he does it on one foot like a ballerina?
Uh-huh.
For sheer visuals, I mean, I'm gonna say you still need the athletics to. I mean, she doesn't weigh that
Okay.
much, but just the physical act of lifting someone initially to get the centrifugal motion going is an athletic act. If you want to flavor it that you're doing this, but what you're describing is at an athletics roll. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I will just do the roll then.
15. Okay. Contest that, please, Finn, if you would like to. Or you can fail it intentionally.
I'm gonna fail it unintentionally.
Okay. So he's gonna pick you up and throw you. Please make a. You can either choose to attempt to land it on your feet, or you can fail that as well and just land prone. Either way, you will be landing on the edge of the ring when tossed. But if you want to do a dex save to just land on your feet, you can. Otherwise, you will take a small amount of damage landing on the ground prone.
I think I'm just gonna take it. I'm gonna act really caught off guard, like I thought Kel could.
Ink, did you pop out?
Hello?
Okay, there you are.
You're back.
Just truly
sorry.
thought Kel could just really knock her senseless.
Knock her into another
Well,
dimension.
I did say
apparently.
I am gonna take it and just act like I really didn't expect Kel to do that.
Okay. So, Kel, roll a d8 on her. I feel like everything that was just said in the past 45 seconds was so close to being euphemistic, even though nobody meant it. Everything that was said after the word knock her, which was pronounced knocker. Okay, so you take 4 bludgeoning damage on the fall, and so you're on the ground, selling very convincingly, a tearful look up. I'm not going to force you to roll deception on that because I think you can pull this one off just based on the momentum of what happened. You did take damage, so acting upset about it isn't that big of a sell. It's kind of a gimme. But you're on the edge. It's your move, so you can choose what you want to do. Finn.
I think I'm still trying to sell to Kel more than anyone that I'm trying.
Right.
Obviously.
So maybe I just how far away are we from each other?
15 feet. He threw you about 10 feet towards the edge.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a taunt. I'm just gonna get up and be like, is that really all you've got? Because that was pretty good, Kel. Almost in a mocking way.
You feel the sapphire spirit bubbling within you.
No! I am
I
like
don't-
this.
I think Kel genuinely might just take that as a compliment. He thought it was a taunt at first, and he was like, "Oh, that was good. Oh, thank you." Blushes a little bit.
girl likes me.
Oh my god. Finn internally face palms. Okay.
While coughing. Psychically.
In that case, I'm going to try to slip
Slip him
under
a Mickey,
him to
he
try to
falls unconscious, and you roll him out
trip
again.
to fake trip him. I want to pretend like I'm going to trip him, but then I'm gonna miss on purpose and accidentally leave myself very close of the ring.
You are.
Do you have any idea how strong you're making Kel feel? All of you in the party today, just
really Kel's day.
intentionally.
He's very
doing all
strong.
of these things.
I mean, in terms of power ranking. Okay, Finn, I want you to picture this. You are, if the ring is here, you're right here on the ground, right there.
Okay, so I'm
he's
already
right here.
Okay.
So if you want to feign trip him, you could slide tackle. That will put you closer to the
other
center of
side?
the ring. The other side of the ring is over here-ish. If this is a 30 feet, whatever. This looks like boobs.
Okay.
I gotta get rid of it.
Yep, great job.
Okay,
So
so I'm already close to the edge, right?
you're sort of here. Kel's here, and then there's this big area in the center where it's oh no. No!
Fabian, get out of here!
Definitely looks like boobs.
John Madden is back. Okay.
Affinity hearing the crowd chant Kel is genuinely upsetting to her.
Kel.
She's
It's
trying to
way
play it off.
forcing this to happen, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm clocking it. Okay. I'm so close to the edge. Okay. That's what she said. Nope. No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Kel blushes again.
Allison nods with respect.
Okay, we're gonna go the taunt method again. You can do better than that. Come on, actually try to hit me.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that was it was super effective. Kel will just like channeling wild shape, but not really. Like as if he were a bull, just like lower his head and fully just charge.
This is the person without the horns doing this, by the way. Okay. Athletics to charge
Mr.
her
Bull,
and knock
you're
her
gonna
out
get
of
the
it.
horns.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
2.
Fuck me.
Kel,
Contest this. Contest this.
can I fail
It
on
is-
purpose again, but again make it look like I'm not? Like
Okay,
I
make
just
a-
like trip onto like whatever the like barrier of the ring is. I'm just
Make a-
like I'm knocked back onto it.
Make a deception.
Like
Okay.
you're fully Mortal Kombat, like swaying.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Finisher.
Okay. Finished. Okay, so you are pretending though she taunted so hard that now she's stunned. Yeah, it all makes sense. No, so
Mhm.
you are pointing at him and you actively fail. Like you're standing there confidently, and he just knocks you out of the ring. He goes out of the ring too, but you're out first. And so Kel is
Ooh.
declared the victor. He also knocks you onto the ground, and you take a few more hit points of bludgeoning damage, feeling a little
Sweet.
stunned and confused by just the impact. But soon the crowd is cheering, surrounding Kel. Darius is raising his hand. Your new champion of Champions Day! Everyone's going crazy.
I
Well-
think Kel is looking around like with a wild look on his face. You know, like his hair is all fucked up. He's like breathing heavily. He's so close to crashing the fuck out. He's been gaslit for this entire tournament.
Not the entire tournament, just most of the turn.
Yeah, 60%.
Yeah.
He Darius grabs a like what is basically a dunce cap with a hole in the end, and that has been magically enchanted to act as a megaphone. And he's gonna hand it to you. Any words for the crowd from our new champion? He's a master of brain and brawn.
Kel takes the microphone, stares at it, looks at Darius, and I think he swings at Darius too.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Honestly, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Now
Was
you
meant
get the
to
nut.
be.
You punch him
Now you
so
get it.
hard, he flies 15 feet backwards.
This
And
is
ev-
the most Tinkerbell shit. You just need to believe.
Okay, and he is
Kel's
unconscious
strength
on the
goes up.
ground as you just fume with fury, crashing out in real time.
Ooh.
And the crowd raises you up as you threaten to beat all of them, still in your rage state. And the night turns into a fantastic festival of revelry in your honor.
Kel spontaneously takes the level of barbarian.
Yeah. No,
Sleight
Nope.
of hand pickpocket my winnings, the 153 gold that I'm dividing for the bet into Kel's pocket.
yeah, you don't really need to, because you don't need to roll on that, because it would be so easy to put anything into or out of his pay. He's being crowd surfed right now. His pocket is very accessible. So yeah, you can easily pay Kel off for your bribery scheme or whatever the hell just happened. And yeah, the as the main events rattle down, there is a like an outdoor patio, sort of a beer hall, long table where everyone's drinking at the after the main events are over for the day, and the council is going over all the combatants and competitors from the various things, going over who they think would be a good fit for the town, sort of getting a diverse and varied crew together, including some Firebeards in there. And basically, anyone they felt had a good attitude and some strength, considering them and trying to sort of dilute the current Firebeard influence from the Guard by getting people from all walks of life using this festival as an opportunity to figure it out. It's still in deliberation, but they promise you guys that in the next couple days they'll send out formal requests for people to join and try to work together with the existing guards on creating sort of a structure for training and like what new rules they want there to be and that sort of thing. And they're going to try to make it as open a process as possible because they know there's stuff that they haven't considered. So if you guys want to help in that in any way you can, otherwise you can just leave it to them. At around after everybody is done with that fight, Ronnie, eventually after a few, like an hour or so of walking around looking, you do find Oz slowly waiting for this journalist at the end of a flagpole, which is slowly bending, about to break. Oz is waiting with excitement because it's about to happen. The man is about to fall, and Oz is about to go in to give him his own unique form of justice. Ronnie, what would you like to do, if any?
Oz looks like Oz, right? Or is
Yes. Oz is not
a
polymorphed
dog
or
or something?
transformed or anything. He is himself holding a big hammer, looking like he is going to cave in this dude's face as soon as he hits the ground.
And sorry, this is above table. Were there new things that this person had done that were particularly egregious in the time that I was not here, or
No,
were we just still
Oz was
mad
just
about
getting
the first time?
revenge for the mean
Just wanna make sure.
things previously.
Yeah,
There was a bit of like minor taunting in that the journalist was just making annoying comments from the stands while we were up
He was
there.
he was being just as annoying as he previously was, but also
It was the fact that, it was the article, and it was the fact that Ronnie had to step down. It was just like, this guy's been an asshole.
Well, Oz
Yeah.
is personally has a personal
Yeah.
vendetta against him simply because of the whole incident and everything.
right. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss something that was like, and then he did
No.
violence against one of us. No, he's just
if anything, this guy has
sort of-
gone from the aggressor to the victim in this scenario because Oz just so thoroughly bested him in physical combat. Like he wasn't really part of the tournament, but Oz just called him out and everyone cheered for them to physically fight, and so they did, and Oz won handily, and he sort of like left the area in emotional shambles and physical shambles too.
and Oz chased him. Beautiful.
Yeah, Oz
Yeah.
chased him
And
because he
Ronnie
lost
did
the fight
have to
against.
pick up Oz at the end of the fight. Oz was gonna go for another swing after he called
that's
Uncle, so
right,
Oh.
right.
Ronnie
Yeah.
already had to
Ronnie
remove
was
Oz
holding
from the
Oz.
situation at one
So
point.
this also, as soon as then Ronnie's fight was done, they were like, "Cool, I gotta go.
Yeah, right.
Someone's
Uh,
about to do a murder."
Yeah, I do recommend if you haven't watched that one. I know you haven't, Ree, but if anyone who's watching this on VOD, if you didn't listen to that episode, it's pretty crazy. But anyway,
I think
but so
Ronnie's
you're
like,
you're familiar with what's happening, Ronnie. You've you know, poetically, Oz has already gotten his revenge. This is this is extra. This is bonus revenge.
I think they just walk up, sort of stand next to Oz, who I imagine is sort of like crouched, like when a cat is like doing a butt wiggle. Like, even though they are a spellcaster, they could have gotten him at the top of the flagpole, but they're waiting.
That's not what this is about. It's about
They just go
no,
like,
it's much more intimidating if Oz is waiting at the bottom with a big hammer with
Yeah.
the journalist's blood on it, glaring and growling at him.
yeah. Yeah.
"Hey, Oz. How's it going?"
It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall any second now.
It is. And he's gonna fall and maybe hurt himself a little bit more than he's already hurt and embarrass himself a little bit more than he's already embarrassed.
Yeah.
No remorse.
Oz. Remember why we did Champions Day and all of this rigmarole? So that we could leave this town in decent shape and just get out of here?
I smash
Yeah.
his face in, we dump it in the
No.
lake, and then we go.
It's really hard for me to argue with you because, and Ronnie's now looking up and also glaring at this like descending journalist because this guy is such trash. But what
the
if?
entire town is distracted, Ronnie. It's the perfect time.
But we're not. Oz.
What?
And do you know what you just missed a cool thing. Do you want to come celebrate? Kel just became the champion of the city.
I'm gonna roll real quick to see if Oz believes this.
He doesn't. Natural 20.
I don't know if that goes towards
Yeah,
believing Ronnie
acknowledge
telling the
that.
truth or being like,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know
impossible.
I don't know what the wins situation is there. I think. No,
I
Oz,
think that means you actually have to choose.
Oz knows all
I
and
think
sees
with
all.
this roll, Oz knows that it was probably staged in some way.
That's true. Oz knows exactly what happened without
Yeah.
even being there.
Oz tuned into the group chat at one point.
Right, when the flagpole was at like halfway down.
Half mast.
when the journalist was at half mast.
I specifically avoided it.
I'm sorry.
I/Ronnie specifically avoided it.
There's no point in avoiding these euphemisms anymore. The whole episode has been euphemisms.
I mean, if you
Oz.
give it like one more minute for this poll to break, we'll have two things to celebrate.
Please, you've
We
already
can't
made
kill
me
this-
suffer. Can you just let me go?
I don't think that we should kill this man, but if you want, we could maybe get some funding to that weird frog lady and she can start a new newspaper and put him out of business.
I'll leave town. I promise.
No, we're leaving town. We don't want you to follow us.
I'll do whatever you want. Just please.
What do you want, Oz? That isn't to other than smash his head.
Oz just kind of goes, hums, make kind of thinking noise, and is just tapping his fingers on the hammer. To be honest, I
Did
didn't
Oz
quite think past that.
That's fair.
Wait, what
Maybe
did
he
you say?
could write a really. Didn't really think past that.
No, I didn't think.
Maybe he could write a really. Well, no, I don't think that he has any credibility in this town, so I don't know if it's any use for him to just suck up to the bird kid any further, but
I mean, he's probably written rude things about everyone in the city. If we dumped him in the lake, would anyone really care?
I would care, Oz. I'm sorry. We shouldn't just kill him because he's a jerk. Have you done anything really immoral or murderous recently?
Oz thinks real hard about that one. I mean, I've just
No, that was
protected
to
myself.
him. Ronnie was looking up at the journalist. Is there a reason you deserve to be killed?
I don't think so. I was just trying to report the truth.
Were you?
You guys are
I
so
thought you were
fucking
just trying to get
biased.
people
He
to
didn't-
pay for your newspaper.
Nothing he
by,
said was
being
wrong.
sweet.
But he was so
You didn't have
antagonistic.
any proof for anything. You just kind of put out what you thought was true and hurt people.
You fucking killed a ship full of people, you little bastard.
Is this
That
in
felt personal.
or
No, this is me.
in DM? I mean, I never said Oz was a good person.
I know, but I have to live with this shit. Like it's just really hard for me to imagine anyone being on your guys' side right now, unless they're incredibly biased. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, do whatever you guys want.
Look, Oz, it's Champions Day. It's a day of, second
Killing.
chances.
So go ahead, kill him.
We didn't kill anyone. We changed Champions Day, so it's a day of new opportunity.
It's a day of it's like a Batman themed day now. We only just like paralyze people and throw them off roofs while they're still alive.
I
They
said
live,
that
but-
Ronnie went to the healer's tent and helped people.
Oz is very conflicted now because he really wants to hit this guy with his hammer, but also he really doesn't want to do something if it will hurt Ronnie.
Look, if he continues like this, we'll probably encounter him again. But for now, there's too much good going on right now. Let's not confuse the day. But you could hit the flagpole if you want, and he'll fall off, and it will be funny.
Oz sort of grumbles in agreement and just says quietly, "You know what? It'll probably be better if he lives knowing that I could show up at any moment."
Ronnie says, honestly, I live in a little bit of fear of that as well.
I never hurt you. You're my best friend.
I don't think you would ever hurt me, but I just know that you could be anywhere all the time, and I think that that's scary and incredible, and I admire you for it.
Like being
I
friends with
wish I
Dr.
could be
Manhattan.
anywhere.
We're just having this conversation while he's still just there.
Yeah, the thing is just tipping on the way down.
But if you want to bonk it, it's probably good sooner, because then he'll fall a short amount. But if it goes too much further, he'll basically be on the ground already.
Okay. I'll bonk the pole and let him run. And we can stare at him, be real intimidating when he runs away. Oz will bonk the pole with his hammer.
Okay. Make an attack roll with the hammer. I guess with disadvantage, but it's a DC 5.
Well,
Wait, 3 and
didn't
3.
matter.
No way.
Oz swings the
I think-
hammer, missing and breaking a
Ronnie's
nearby
gonna
window.
use their calming presence to be
To
like,
let-
hey, sorry, I was distracting you. I'm sorry. Try that again.
You need to practice with this thing.
Yeah, we were saying we were gonna practice together. So here you go. So Ronnie's now gonna show Oz a couple good hammer holds. Again, while this dude's just above us.
Oz keeps giving the journalist glances as this is going on.
Okay, with calming presence, you can make another attack on the thing. Try again. I guess with disadvantage too. Well, I'm gonna say because Ronnie helps you center, you can do just without advantage or disadvantage, just normal.
Okay, I can do this.
All right, so you whack the thing and it
I
collapses.
can't believe there's
He
another
falls.
3.
Yeah, there is a 3
Yeah,
in there. We gotta
17
run
was
for that.
Ronnie helping. The 3 would have been Oz.
Yeah, he falls down and he takes some bludgeoning damage, and then he's screaming, runs away. He says, "I'll never write a story again, I promise." And he's gone, off into the city, somewhere.
Just remembering that Ronnie wasn't even there for most of the interaction with this guy. So only is going based off of what the team has told them.
It seems about right.
Oz
I
just
guess by
lets
now
out a
you would have
really
seen the
long
article,
sigh.
though.
Do you want? Well, Ronnie's gonna sort of wiggle their shoulders, do you want to get up? We'll go back, celebrate Kel.
Yeah, let's go celebrate Kel.
Calibrate.
All right, cool.
You know,
Celebrate, good times.
Calibrate! Yes!
Okay, you guys make your way over. A couple minutes later, you meet up with everybody. People are just drinking and celebrating Cal and congratulating him. Cal doesn't have to buy a drink. Probably in town for the next week or so, as people are just celebrating him. Everyone, yeah, Kel's PR has gone through the roof after Way's stunt earlier and just this big win today. And so, yeah, as a result of that, you guys are free to celebrate the rest of the evening however you would like. And if at some point you guys head back to your home base at the Squawking Sailor, there may be something there for you. But otherwise, if you want to do any other RP stuff now, you're free to do so. Otherwise, we can just zip ahead to the next thing.
Is Sapphire at the celebration at all?
No, she's not, but she is going to be waiting for you at the Squawking Sailor, nursing a beer or a wine, more likely.
In the
Okay.
time we do,
Yeah.
She seems like a Negroni girl.
yeah.
Valid.
Do you need backup, Way, or are you gonna take care of this yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I kicked her ass, so if you need some backup muscle, she like playfully wiggles her eyebrows.
Down, guys. Chill. Let me try and talk to her. If you hear me screaming, then yeah, charge in.
That's what I usually do.
Okay.
And I'll walk up to her and in Dwarvish say, "Sup, stalker."
She shakes her head and just continues sipping on her drink.
If you want to talk, we can talk. Or I can leave you alone.
No, I think it's good that we talk. Mom would want
Alright.
that. She turns to face you.
Jimmy-
You know, I thought when I got that letter, based on everything I was seeing, well, all this double identity stuff, I thought something was really wrong, you know? Especially with that, well, that affinity. I guess I didn't see what you see in her. She was always pretty annoying to me, but
Have you always hated her since I sent you a drunk letter calling her cute?
no. I was happy you were doing stuff, though I was a little bit jealous that you were having all these adventures. That kind of lit a fire under my ass to want to get out and see the world too. Which I did under, the guise of tracking your ass down once you went radio silent. And then I show up, and this cool casino you talk about is some shady seaside affair. Super sketchy. Mom would have hated that. So I started to get
Yeah.
worried.
And you think Axel would have let me live it down being in a casino like that? No, I'm not going to put that in the letters.
No, but you can see how we all started to worry, especially after you stopped writing. As you look at her now, she
Yeah.
seems like she's no longer playing for the cheap seats anymore. She's just weary, tired, beaten down. The fact that she not only lost, in a physical contest, but also just sort of got thoroughly emotionally beaten. Couldn't even huck a tomato correctly at Affinity. Like, there's nothing she did today that could be constituted as a victory after her first contest. So it's, she just looks beaten and down. It's enough to make you feel some empathy, but you're not going to forgive her that easily.
Yeah, Way, Actually, Darv sighs, waves down Tavian to get her another drink.
He
And says,
obliges.
yeah. I'm sorry I didn't write.
You think that's what I'm mad about?
No. I'm figuring I'm starting with oldest first.
We were worried. We thought the worst could be possible. And now it just seems like you're out here having fun, running scams, living double lives, and cutting the rest of us off. That's what made me upset. And yeah, maybe I had a grudge against the chick who I thought was responsible. Who I was told was responsible.
Who told you that?
I don't know if you remember this guy. His name was Sable.
Yeah, Wei just and like dramatically rolls his eyes. Ugh, that asshole.
He's not that bad, but I guess he is a
Oh
liar.
no, he's an asshole.
Why do you say that?
We work together.
Well,
You don't keep in contact with him, right?
no, it was sort of a one-time thing.
What kind of a one-time thing?
Do you really want to ask that question?
Do I want to know the answer?
I would guess that you do not.
If you found out the answer.
Yeah, Wei's pinching the bridge of his nose like, Saf, you need to take that to your grave. I've lied to so many people that he has fleas.
I mean, he has dandruff. It's all over his pillows.
Noted.
Look, if you're fine, then I'll go back to Mom and tell her and everybody else that you're on some secret mission and that we should just let you say you're whoever you are. But I don't know. I still feel like Affinity is bad news for you. Being messed up with like a crime family like that. I mean, I know you don't trust Sable, and maybe neither should I, but you know, that's the kind of people that she comes from. So just remember that.
For what it's worth, I'm not fully out here because I want to be.
Then come home.
Yeah, that can't happen.
And you're not going to tell me why.
Alright, I'll tell you this. Sable's bad news. If you see him, stay near Axel and make sure you practice your fucking kidney punches.
Well, I don't see us crossing paths anytime soon. So don't worry about that.
Do you want a proper introduction to everybody?
No. I think ignorance is bliss. Got anything else you want me to tell the family?
Tell them my funeral was beautiful. I miss them all greatly. I will bring back souvenirs.
Great. I'll really appreciate that. Just know, you're not as alone in this world as you like to think you are.
Thanks, Half.
That was meant as a threat. She winks at you and heads out,
I got
Flip.
enough of those.
flipping off Affinity all the while.
Yeah, I imagine Wei just turns around to the rest of the party's like, are you guys all like kind of like trying not to?
Listening, but not really.
Yeah. Ronnie's just, of course, staring directly.
Oz somehow has gotten popcorn and is watching intently.
I don't
I
think Finn could have heard any of that without losing it. So let's say
Ronnie's
she's
just playing
somewhere else.
defense with Finn in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Finn, which I don't understand what a why is one pan a saute pan?
Maybe
I
Ronnie
don't
is
fucking
holding
know.
Finn
Ask Tavian.
the same way that Ronnie was holding Oz from the journalist.
Why are you asking me
Ronnie-
about pans?
Non-stop interference.
I want to drink. Move.
This one's like to have siblings. This is exciting.
Oz, how much of that did you hear?
I heard everything. It was awesome.
The weird ass siblings. Cal slams another drink.
Yeah. Wei will like cheers and then slam his down.
Oh, how's everyone feeling? I think everyone did a great job, right? Isn't this exactly what we wanted?
You traitor.
Yeah. I feel great. What?
What?
Ronnie. I know what you did that first fight. He's so sloshed. I know what
Oh.
you did.
Are you good, Kel? Did someone hurt you?
Hell, Ronnie's over
Ronnie
there.
did.
Did I? I'm so sorry. I
Inside.
wasn't trying to hurt you.
Yeah, Kel, you did really good. You should be proud of yourself. You're the champion.
Yeah, look at
man.
you.
Kel, I heard you won.
You're lucky I love you all so much.
Oh
He starts
boy.
to cry.
Oh, careful there, big
Okay.
fella.
Man, where's your sister? I wanted to at least rub it a bit more.
She's out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense. You fancy Ruby Bard people all talk.
I think that's actually the first decent conversation we've had in years.
Oh, so she said bye to you at least. I guess that's a good thing.
What, you want a sibling feud?
No. There's like a little bit of a lie in there.
Listen, I'm one of 5. It's gonna be, we all take sides. There will be no survivors.
Yeah, I guess.
Your siblings' way.
Alright, there's 6 of us now, and Oz is on my side.
That's not fair, Oz. You have to be my sibling. I don't have any. That's not fair.
Hey, he asked first.
Swampy way siblings? Does that make things weird?
Never mind.
Yeah, Wei looks at Finn, thinks of the forbidden knowledge, drinks harder.
Oh, the forbidden knowledge for the mansion.
No.
The
The Eskimo
sable.
sisters.
Oh, the other
Yeah.
forbidden knowledge.
This is so messy.
Ronnie is like can't tell what's going on and is started sweating.
They don't know why. They're just sweating.
Some like their passive survival skill is telling them that this is dangerous and they can't tell why.
Well, whatever. I mean, she sucks, but she's your sister, so I'm glad she's not too beat up, I guess.
But she's like gone? She coming back?
I think she's heading out. And yeah, I don't know. My other sister's pretty a lot less sucky.
Well, I hope we get to meet her. Because we're
Yeah.
heading out
If
too,
she's-
right?
If she leaves the bar, bad things are happening.
Oh.
Well, maybe, I've always wanted to go to Ruby's bar eventually, maybe.
We spend a lot of time in bars, it seems like.
That's also
Spend a lot of
true.
time in bars, considering most of us don't drink.
I
Most-
drink enough for the
Well-
all of us.
Yeah, me and Wei got you guys covered. It's fine.
Cal doing
I'm a
another shot.
paladin. I'm a paladin. Liver damage, schmiver damage.
But we can leave now, right?
Yeah, technically.
You want to leave
Ah.
like right now? With
No,
him?
no, just that we're square. Nothing. We can come back, of course. There's
You
The
want
best-
to come back?
in the realm here. Looks at Tavian, I guess. I know. I guess they're
Tavian's
coming with us.
right?
There's I
His
just
ears
wa- we-
flatten
we-
angrily.
we're not obliged to be here, is what I mean. We can come if we want to.
Yeah, we gotta go show Tavian his new digs.
Ronnie, huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, I am excited to decorate my room again.
Just imagining that like one of your Sims designs was the first decoration, and then we're gonna get back and the contractors will have done it all, and you're like, I actually wanted something different.
I downloaded more mods recently. We're gonna have to game.
I pre-ordered the new expansion pack.
Yeah, you know how it is.
That has shudders from far away. But yeah, you guys are free to discuss your plans for the future or call it a night either way. We're getting to the end of the session either way. So up to you guys. But yeah, you don't have any formal reason to stay in Jarek Spawn anymore, and you are going to be taking a significant portion of your sidekicks with you guys. The only one who's not coming is Tuck and Tonka. So, yeah, then you will be just down the road from Jarek Spawn, so to speak. Only like half a day's travel, really. So that's sort of you spent enough time here that by the time you get back, your the upkeep of the house should be done. And yeah, you can finalize room designs and check out, finalize setting up your birds and having them as a mail service and any other things you want to do around the house. So all of that is in your future, as well as plenty of other things. But for now, you guys are able to enjoy the benefits of a long rest. And the next morning will bring a brand new season. We'll be moving into Autumn Falls. So it will be Sunday, or K, of Autumn Falls. It's still warm out. You're still in a tropical setting, so it's not a sudden switch. But you do feel like things are changing for you guys. Things from your past are cropping up. You have a new home or a new business venture with this adventuring guild, and the possibility of visiting other places on this island continent. So there's a lot to consider, not to mention the fact that you have this Megalothari worm supposedly theoretically living in your basement now, and his connection to these this this strange blood that some of you guys have imbibed.
Oh boy. Oh right, Ronnie.
Oh shit! Oh no, Ronnie.
Yeah, hey Ronnie, maybe this is as we're walking back. We're gonna have to lock you in the basement for a few days, just based on last time, remember sleeping in the same bed and you kind of got crazy.
Oh, maybe we should.
Uh,
Do we need
Wait.
like
you want me to keep an eye on Kiki?
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. You don't remember getting super itchy and angry?
I mean, I don't. I get some. I don't. Is that not a reasonable thing that some people?
I mean, sometimes itchy's fine, sometimes angry's fine.
I guess it's like Ronnie would probably understand that this was a connected thing, or would because they did it once and then had this response. Would they not understand that because they don't do drugs?
I think
I think that they probably would understand the concept of it, but maybe would be
Yeah.
like, that was. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
you can make that decision
someone
yourself, but I think what you would logically know is that after using it, you felt a craving to use it again almost immediately. And as you've been around these vials, you've felt like a comfort in knowing that you have access to them at any time. Because you guys still have 2 left, right? Or do you only have 1 left?
I think it's just the one.
Only have 1 left.
One. And Wei has it, right?
And
Yeah.
is it a secret?
No, I think Wei used one of them already. So if
I used the first one I got, but then I took the one that we got off of the stash we got from Barney.
Yeah,
Right.
so realistically, we should think Wei has 2, but he only has 1. I think.
Well, Finn would think that he has 2, but realistically has 1. I don't think the other
Yeah.
players clocked that he had the one in the first place.
gotcha.
Right. Okay.
I don't think that's necessary. But of course, if I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. I trust you. Finn makes a mental note to keep an eye on Ronnie.
If we're locking Ronnie in the basement, I'm sleeping down there with them.
How's your head, bud?
Yeah.
I'm fine. 2 plus 2 is
Do you want to
4.
punch me in the face? You've got a look on your face that says you want to punch my face.
Can't confirm it helps.
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
it's
I have a
so
very
tempting
punchable
right
face.
now. But
Please
maybe
do.
later.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna say
Don't warn me. Just
mid-combat.
do it. It'll be better.
I'll do it when you least expect it.
Perfect.
Finn gives a proud pat on Kel's back.
But in all seriousness, if that is a problem, I'm more than happy to hang out with Ronnie. I can at a whim turn into something that it'll take a while for Ronnie to kill. Not that I think they'll get violent, but
I would never.
Hey, we all have our own spaces now, which is nice. Oz has his zoo room. Kel has the garden, I guess, with the spiky plants.
I also have my room that was taken over by all those plant people. There's still plants in there.
Right. Yeah, good luck with that. But as long as I don't wake up to a sniffing bugbear, I'm fine, I guess.
I have the utmost respect for your privacy and everyone.
I know. That's Finn's size.
Why do you sound disappointed?
No, it's fine. It's nothing.
Neither
Ronnie's
Ronnie
got
nor
the-
Rhea understand what's happening.
No.
Ronnie's
She's
got the
trying-
willpower to overcome the Mega Blood Roid Rage.
Oh yeah, I'll just knock out like some push-ups. I'll do some reps. It'll be fine. It's just extra
Oh,
energy, It's just extra energy. That's all.
I thought you were gonna say like meditate under a waterfall.
There's not a waterfall in the house, I don't think.
Yet.
We should get on that.
Could be.
Ronnie,
That's not a bad idea.
Fountain in my room.
as everybody's
I put it in
talking
the
about
plan.
the Mega Blood, I would like Ronnie and Wei both to make a con save.
+4 gang.
Right?
Okay.
Ronnie's good.
Yeah,
Ronnie's solid.
Ronnie, you can think about the blood, but it's not really a temptation to you, and you don't know why everyone's talking about it like this, because it's been nothing but a boon so far. Wei, with your +4.
14. Or yeah, 15. Because it's a +4.
Yeah, you feel the compulsive urge as you're just like talking about this. You find yourself like compulsively twiddling the vial in your pocket, and then as soon as you realize you're doing it, you sort of stop and you're just like, okay, whatever, don't need to deal with that. But that's weird. I think it's just because we were just talking about it. Otherwise, you continue going on. No difficulties happen as a result of this conversation, but you guys are now keenly aware that there might be some consequences to use of this stuff, and it does sort of seem to have some sort of addictive effect. However, you guys have been able to keep it under control at this juncture, so it hasn't really uprooted anything. And Wei and
Ronnie, you
Ronnie.
good? Why are you looking at me?
Because you're
You're
so handsome.
Kel, are you still
wink.
drunk?
Kel 100% is still drunk. Kel took a bottle from the bar.
Yeah, he was so drunk yesterday that he didn't wake up hangover. He hung over. He just woke up drunk still.
You did say that for the week, Kel didn't need to, Kel was just being bought drinks.
Yeah, I didn't mean like mimosas, but all right, fine.
Hey.
So it sounds like Kel is detoxing in the basement.
Yeah, probably. But with that, we are at the end of our session, so we will start our next session of the brand new season, environmental season, not TV show season. And yeah, a brand new slate of adventures. Of course, our heroes still have the chance to say any goodbyes and make any last stops before heading out, but they could always come back later too. And yeah, the next stop seems to be at least to go check out the house and set up any new facilities there before deciding on next moves. So that's what we will do likely next time, unless a party decides something different. But yeah, we are off to a bold new adventure. I'm very excited about it. Let's go over to Dangorangus, who's currently streaming. Thank you very much, everyone who stopped by, and everybody who's helping to make these streams so successful. Really appreciate it. And thank you to the players for all their fun moves tonight. And yeah, thank you all for being here. And we will be back next time. You know, unless something crazy happens. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening, but hopefully it won't affect anything.
What?
Anyway, have a good night, everybody. And as for these streams, I will likely be back on Monday, and we'll finish up that horrible game I'm playing. But not that that narrows it down. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. We're gonna head out now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, raiding out.
Way and Ronnie doing a Mega Blood Anonymous. Meme.